following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
Garaway Pirates here from Rebel Stadium, a record of 9-2. They won 4 in a row. They're trying to go for their 7th consecutive trip to the regional semifinals if they can get a win tonight. They're taking on second-ranked Crestview. The Rebels, a record of 10-0 on the year. They're going for their first playoff win since the 2020 campaign. Stay tuned. We speak with both head coaches coming up on the Hometown Football Friday Night Playoff pregame show after this on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Visit Walnut Creek Cheese with locations in Walnut Creek and Berlin, where you will find the largest selection of cheese, meats, bulk foods, and baking ingredients. For over 30 years, Walnut Creek Cheese has provided Ohio's Amish country with delicious food. Everything Walnut Creek Cheese makes comes from the freshest natural ingredients possible and goes from their kitchen straight to yours. While you are visiting Walnut Creek Cheese, stop in and see the Mud Valley Cafe, located in the upper level of the store. Stop in today.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
It's time now for Before the Kick, brought to you by Hobron's Insurance of Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
And I'm joined by third-year head football coach for the Crestview Rebels. That is Don Perry, coming off a perfect 10-0 season, coming in averaging 40.5 points per game and giving up 9 points per game on the season for a dominant regular season in earning that bye week last week after an 8-3 campaign last year. Dom, first of all, we'll start right there. Just a terrific season for your team, going unbeaten at 10-0. What allowed your team to have the terrific season they've had so far?
We had a pretty good off season. We had a lot of returning starters this year, a lot of 3-year starters, so guys have kind of ran our system for a while and kind of bought in the off season, and that helped us have a good season.
Well, see, Dom, having the taste of success last year, the way you guys did and made it to the playoffs, how did that help in terms of just rolling into the off season and into this year as well?
It helped last year. I mean, we finished 8-2, made the playoffs. We lost in that first round to Martins Ferry, so that left a bad taste in our mouth. So it gave us something to work towards in the off season.
You had that motivation. Your quarterback, Jake Nolan, he's been terrific. 17 touchdown passes, 17 touchdown runs, so definitely a dual threat this year. Talk about what he's been able to do as a quarterback to lead your offense this year.
Yeah, he's a leader for us on and off the field. He's had a really nice season. He makes things a little easier for our OC. But yeah, he's a gamer. He plays hard.
Just as a whole here, I believe your team with 40 touchdown runs on the season. What about that running attack has been so lethal this year for your team?
You know, our offensive line was pretty young towards the beginning of the season. They've matured as the season went on, so the starting five has been playing really well for us up front.
How about the defensive line? Just 9 points per game, so just under 10 points per contest, given up all season. Your linebacker, Mikey Proctor, he's led the way with 112 tackles, 8 for loss for your team. What's been special about your defense this season?
Again, you know, we have 9 returning starters on defense. They're coached really well. They buy in. They're not selfish, so they do what they're asked to do, and it really helps us out.
Don, for you, I know 30 years the head coach, but you've been in the program for a long time, over 30 years with the program here. What about you is special about getting a chance to lead this program that you've been a part of for so many years?
It's just, you know, it's where I live, where I've been. My kids have gone through this system. I love working here. We have great kids, great community support, so we just keep it rolling.
All right, and you're on this Garaway team on your home field. What do you know about the Pirates coming in?
We know they got a storied program. They're a physical, tough, fast team. At least on film, it looks like the best team we'll face all year. So we got our work cut out.
You mentioned you got your work cut out. Well, what's the biggest keys in your mind to be able to contain this Garaway team and try to get a win?
Number 2 at running back, number 23 at receiver. They got a really good lineman, 68, and their quarterback slings the ball all over the place. So that's going to be a big challenge for us.
Just by the fact that you get a chance to host this game, how big is that, get a chance to play in front of your home fans in a playoff situation like this?
It's always fun when you get to play at home. So that's a little bit of an advantage for us. They got to travel a little bit.
All right, Don. Well, I appreciate your time.
All right, I appreciate it.
That's the voice of Crestview Rebels head football coach, Don Perry.
Driving close to power lines is usually safe, but accidents can happen unexpectedly. Do you know what to do if you come across downed power lines? Step 1, stay inside your vehicle for safety. It's often safer than being outside with live cables. Simultaneously, dial 911 for immediate assistance. Step 2, also ensure that no one approaches the vehicle. It's advisable to maintain a distance of at least 50 feet from the car. To learn more, reach out to your local co-op for additional information.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Start your day the tasty way at Mill Street Diner in Sugar Creek. Open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're serving up breakfast favorites from omelets to breakfast sandwiches, pancakes, French toast, and homemade biscuits and gravy that'll make you a morning person. Plus delicious lunches with hearty sandwiches, hot platters, fresh soups and salads, and irresistible desserts. Located at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek, Mill Street Diner is your cozy hometown stop for comfort food done right. Mill Street Diner, where every bite feels like home.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
Boo! Ready for a scary good deal? Then creep on over to Rody's IGA in Millersburg.
Scary good? How scary we talking?
More like frightfully fresh. This week only. Get USDA inspected whole boneless pork loin, just $2.28 a pound, and 85% lean 10-pound chubs of fresh ground round, $5.28 a pound.
Anything for steak lovers?
Oh yeah, USDA choice boneless beef sirloin steaks, $9.98 a pound, and boneless bottom round roast, $6.48 a pound.
Now that's a treat I won't scream about.
Hurry in. These deals vanish after Sunday. Rody's IJ Marketplace, where the savings go bump in the cart.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
And I'm joined by Garaway Pirates head football coach Jason Wallick, coming off a big playoff win last week on your home field, Jason, 49-7 over Mineral Ridge. And I'm sure the game didn't start off quite like you planned it, but pretty dominant after that.
Yeah, I thought our kids really responded, being down 7-0 with 13 seconds into the game or whatever it was. They didn't panic and reloaded. That Matt's, first play from scrimmage there to the house was a big key in that, I believe, just getting us refocused. And I thought we played really well after that for sure.
We mentioned Matt bouncing back had been a big way after that fumble, comes up with 168 yards, 3 touchdown runs. I know you guys are used to it by now, but boy, another special performance by him last week.
Yeah, he just got to learn to hold on to the ball, and I know, he's the first one that feels bad, and he's gotten better, in all other aspects of his running game. Yeah, he just has to secure that ball a little better.
Quarterback Grady Miller, he's had a terrific season, completing 72% of his passes, and he was on point again last week, throwing those 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
Yeah, Grady did a really good job. I know he had a couple throws he wish he had back, especially the one there on 3rd down, or might even been 4th down, and middle of the first quarter, I think, and, just missed Micah over the middle. But other than that, yes, I thought, Grady settled down after getting pressured early and threw some nice balls and did a good job of commanding our offense.
How about your defense last week, Jason? Pretty much did what you were hoping they would do, going there pretty dominant throughout throughout the game as well.
It was, yeah. Mineral Ridge has scored a lot of points this year, and to hold them to 7, and you know, that one was off on a 6-yard drive. So, yeah, to fight back and come back and create a couple turnovers and fly around the way they did, you know, that's what we expect now, you know, week 11 and moving forward.
Moving forward, as you mentioned, here week 12, taking on this Crestview Rebels team here on the road for the first time in postseason play. How does that kind of change the mindset or routine as you now get on the road here in the postseason play?
Well, fortunately, you know, we had a long bus trip to Girard earlier in the year, about an hour-and-a-half drive, so it's about the same distance. You know, so we'll leave a little earlier. It just seemed like we never got off the bus when we went up there in week 4 or 5, whatever week that was, and, you know, we didn't play real well. So I think our kids know now what to expect after a long bus ride, and they know, you know, if we don't go up and play well, you know, we're not going to win the game. So I think we've had a great week of practice, and our kids are focused and ready to go. So hopefully, you know, the bus ride, they get out and get their bearings rolling again as soon as we get there, and they perform well. It's going to take a good performance for us for sure.
Well, you mentioned Crestview comes in. He's had a terrific year, unbeaten at 10-0 on the season, and for them, they led by a dual-threat quarterback, Jake Nolan, a team that certainly likes to run the ball as well. What are you expecting to see from this Rebels team?
Yeah, this quarterback's a really, really nice player, and, you know, he's kind of a combination of the Girard kid and the Norwayne kid. So, you know, we've seen some stellar quarterbacks this year, and he's definitely up there with them. I think he's thrown for 1,700 yards and ran for 1,200 or something like that. You know, his stats are off the charts, and he's a really good ball player. But he's got some nice receivers and a nice complimentary back in number 13, so it's definitely going to be a challenge for us defensively.
What do you have to do to maybe kind of slow offense like this down?
Well, we got to eliminate the big play, and you know, they're a big play offense. I know I've said that a couple of weeks now, but they truly are, and we've got to make them re-snap the ball, give us somewhere to stand, and you know, hopefully either get a stop or create a turnover.
Their defense has been pretty good as well, obviously, to get to a 10-0 start for them this year. For your offense, obviously, we just talked about what they've been throughout the year and certainly last week. What are you looking from your offense this week against this Crestview team?
You know, I think the big key is being balanced and, you know, taking care of the football for sure. So we got to be able to run the ball to set up our pass, and, you know, we got to execute and sustain drives and finish drives. We've had some issues ourselves in finishing drives, and I think that'll be a big key for us is, you know, when we get in the red zone, we got to put points on the board.
Obviously, every week's a little bit different, Jason, but this team, you get that Week 10 win, obviously, at Ridgewood, you get the win rolling last week, and just kind of feel like this team's playing pretty good football right now, don't you?
Yeah, you know, we were looking back at some films from earlier in the year, and, you know, we've got a lot of kids that were on the field earlier in the year that might not necessarily be on now, or they'd be in a different position. So, yeah, I feel like we're playing our best ball, and that's what you hope as a coach, that, you know, get those first few games out of the way and find out, you know, what adjustments we have to make. And our kids have done a great job in learning new positions or new guys being in positions. And, yeah, it just seems like we've really started to roll, really, you know, about the second half of the Claymont game. You know, we had the Indian Valley loss in there where I thought our kids played really well, except for a few plays, and gave up the big runs. So other than, you know, a couple big plays, I think we played pretty well on both sides of the ball.
All right, Jason, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
That's the voice of Garaway Pirates head football coach, Jason Wallick.
Before the Kick has been brought to you on WKLM by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Here at ProMotion Therapy, our goal is to put our patients' care first. We provide both physical and occupational therapy at our 2 locations in Millersburg and Sugar Creek. If you're unable to make it to our clinics, we will come to you providing our service in-home. And coming next year, we'll be moving into a brand new building in Sugar Creek. You can give us a call at 330-600-0844. From all of us at ProMotion Therapy, we wish a safe and successful season to all of the athletes competing this fall.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
Last season, Garaway finished up at 10-3 overall. They fell to South Range in the Division V Region 17 regional semifinals, 42-14 in that contest. Crestview last year, they finished up with a record of 8-3 overall, and they in the Division V Region 17 would fall in their first playoff game, went down to Martins Ferry in a shootout, 48-41 a season ago. As far as this season is concerned for Garaway, they, for them, won their first 4 games with wins over Riverview, Expressions Prep Academy, Norwayne, a 36-35 win over Norwayne at home, and then won 48-14 at Zanesville. Then a 49-7 loss at Girard, followed by a win over Claymont at home, 33-6, lost 40-12 at Indian Valley, and then closed out the regular season with 3 consecutive wins. A 50-7 victory at home over Tusky Valley, won 49-7 at home over Sandy Valley, and a huge road Week 10 victory at Ridgewood in their rival game, 14-0, that shutout victory over the Generals. As Garaway, of course, with that win last week, comes in with a record of 9-3 on the season. For Crestview, for them, they are unbeaten on the year after that 8-3 campaign the last year, with wins this season over Western Reserve and Lakeview, won 34-0, 35-7 in the first 2 weeks there. Won over United, 34-7. A 28-21 victory at Liberty. Won 42-0 at home over Southeast. A win at Brookfield, 28-12. Won 61-8 and a home win over Newton Falls. Won 53-8 over Champion. Then a win over Garrettsville Garfield, who defeated Garfield 42-20, and won in a Week 10 over LeBray, and a 49-13 victory at home over them. So Crestview comes in the Rebels with a record unbeaten at 10-0 on the season. For Garaway, of course, coming out of the IVC South, where Indian Valley finished up as the overall champions at 5-0 again this year. Garaway finished up in second place at 4-1. Ridgewood finished up in third place at 3-2 in the IVC South Division. Garaway on the season averaging 33.5 points per contest, while Crestview averages 40.5 points per game. Defensively, the Pirates giving up 15.8 points per contest on the defensive end. Crestview gives up 9 points per game on the defensive end this season. This is Division VI Region 21, and for Garaway, they come in as the 7th-ranked team in this region. They won 49-7 over 10th-ranked Mineral Ridge last week on their home field. Well, for Columbia, for this Crestview team, they got a bye as the 2 seed and second-ranked team in this region. So for Garaway, if that win last week, of course, for them, they ran for 220 yards on the ground, threw for 240 yards through the air last week. Of course, for Matthew Fry, led the way with 168 yards rushing, 3 touchdown runs in that game last week for the Pirates. Grady Miller throwing for 3 touchdown passes himself in that victory last week for Garaway. Of course, for this region here, for the 2 sides, winner will move on to the regional semifinals next week, and that'll be against either number 2 seed Columbia or the 6 seed Dalton. And that'll be next Friday, 7 o'clock at the better seeded team site. upper half of this bracket in this region has number 1 ranked Kirtland playing host to 8th ranked Wycliffe, and the winner of that game will face the winner between 4th ranked United and 5th ranked Smithville for their regional semifinal matchup next week. We'll get some comments from Troy Fritz coming up here on the pregame show coming up after this. This is Hometown Football Friday Night Playoff pregame action on the WKLM.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025. Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
Tricor Industrial is the local solution for your industrial fasteners, industrial maintenance, repair, and operation supplies. With over 50,000 line items in stock and access to over 2 million products, Tricor Industrial provides the supplies you need in a timely manner to meet your demanding schedules. Stop by their Bowman Street location in Worcester or call them at 330-264-3299. You can find them online at tricorindustrialinc.com.
Let Schönbrunn Gardens and Landscaping build your backyard dreamscape this season. With their 2 landscape designers, they can provide the design, build, and maintenance of your landscaping project. They even offer architectural rendering and 3D computer imaging, allowing you, the customer, to see firsthand what your landscaping project is going to look like. Plus, with their full-service garden center, they have a huge variety of medium and large trees to choose from. That's Schönbrunn Gardens and Landscaping on State Route 39 in Dover and Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit them on the web at schönbrunnlandscaping.com.
It's 5th-ranked Smithville. They're playing at 4th-ranked United tonight. Also in Division V, Region 18, it's 2nd-ranked Triway playing host to 7th-ranked Fairview. In Division VI, Region 23, it's a 9th-ranked Ridgewood at top-ranked Centerburg in that region tonight. In Division VII, Region 25, 5th-ranked Malvern is at 4th-ranked Monroeville, and 7th-ranked East Canton is at 2nd-ranked Fairport Harding. In Division VII, Region 27, it's 8th-ranked Conotton Valley at top-ranked Hillsdale in that region, while 2nd-ranked Waterford is playing host to number 7th-ranked Strasburg, and 11th-ranked Danville is at 3rd-ranked Fisher Catholic. In Division II, Region 7, it's number 7th-ranked Ashland at 2nd-ranked St. Francis de Sales. That should be a good one tonight. In Division III, Region 10, it's 6th-ranked Toledo Central Catholic at 3rd-ranked Lexington. And also in Division IV, Region 15, it's 2nd-ranked Indian Valley playing host to number 7th-ranked Circleville. Matt Croy alongside Troy Fritz for tonight's broadcast. And Troy, you've seen this Garaway team all season long. Another terrific season as we come to expect from this Pirates program.
Coach Wallick just does an amazing job with his program there. He's got great kids. They're playing a good brand of football. They're playing Garaway football again this year as an understatement. But they, they play a great brand of defense, Matt, and they just really get after the football. This is a good Garaway football team.
Their defense will be put to the test tonight. Obviously, the Crestview team has had a terrific year themselves. Jake Nolan, their quarterback, dual threat. So a guy that you have to be ready for the run or the pass.
Well, you do. On a night like this, you don't know what you're going to get. You talked about the weather. The rain subsided, but the wind is still picking up. The temperatures are dropping, so it'll be interesting. But, you've got a dual-threat quarterback. He scored 17 touchdowns, rushing 17 passing, so he's obviously a big threat on that side of the ball. The Garaway defense is going to have to be on their A game.
Garaway's offense certainly has been explosive as well this year. Grady Miller completing 72% of his passes as a quarterback. We know the receivers they had with Micah Yoder and Jackson Garber. Matthew Fry's been terrific as a running back all year. And Jason Wallick mentioned the last 2 weeks in the playoffs, stressing limit turnovers. A couple of turnovers last week, and if they can do that, you feel like they certainly have the offense to make something happen tonight.
Oh, absolutely. You talk about Grady Miller to start with, a sophomore quarterback, really all season, he's not played like a sophomore. He's led this team in a dramatic fashion this year. Done a really good. He's made good decisions with the football. Does not turn the ball over a lot. So that's not characteristic of Garaway. So for that to happen last week, I'm sure they want to correct that, and they can't afford those turnovers here tonight. But you mentioned Matthew Fry. He's had a great year in the backfield. I mean, he doesn't go down on the first hit. It takes 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. Got great field vision. He's an athlete. They want to get him the ball in space.
Being in the situation before Troy, obviously this Crestview team's had a terrific year and a really good team here. Haven't won a playoff game since 2020. Garaway's used to, they're going for their 7th straight trip to the regional semifinals. So just a program that's used to be in this situation where you got to wonder how much that plays into a game like that tonight.
Well, Coach Wallick, I'm sure, said, guys, we can't get complacent. This team's going to be hungry. And you said it, Matt. They haven't won a game since 2020. 5-year drought. Got bowed out early last year. They're hungry. They're undefeated. They want to win a playoff game at home.
They're very hungry. You mentioned Jason Wallick, though, his 25th year. 25th year as a head coach for Garaway, and you can't find a better coach around the area.
Well, you don't. He runs a class act program. I love going to the Hill on Friday night and watching Garaway. They're great fans, but Coach Wallick, he runs a class program, and, he teaches kids the right way.
All right, that's the voice of Troy Fritz. We're going to take a break, come back with more on the Hometown Football Friday Night Playoff pregame show on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Did you know that at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek, you can shop at home? And now is the perfect time to buy beautiful quality stain-resistant flooring. You can choose from a large selection of colors or carpet or hardwood, laminate, or tile floors. Take advantage of their special financing with approved credit. And the best part is you have a lifetime installation guarantee. Open Monday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Visit or call 330-852-3890. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
MRV Siding Supply is introducing another line of stone called Casa di Sassi, where old world charm meets modern luxury. Whether you're looking to enhance your outdoor space or add a touch of sophistication to your interior design, their wide range of products will meet your every need. Choose from a variety of styles and colors to create the perfect ambiance for your space. Casa di Sassi, where timeless beauty meets exceptional quality. Discover the possibilities at MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Middlesburg, or on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent, Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767. Dr. Nathan Springer is proud to support this sports broadcast. Specializing in orthodontics, Dr. Springer will diagnose the problem and recommend the best possible treatment. He has the experience necessary to give you the smile that you've always wanted. The office is located at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia. Call 330-343-9911. That's 330-343-9911. Dr. Nathan Springer, your local professional in orthodontics. Call 330-343-9911.
Hi, this is Maria from The Glass Doctor. At The Glass Doctor, we do a wide variety of glass, from auto glass to commercial storefronts, shower doors, vinyl windows, mirrors, tabletops, fogged windows, heavy equipment glass, and we also carry acrylic and polycarbonate products. Whatever your glass needs are, we can fix your panes. Call The Glass Doctor at 330-674-7556.
Call The Glass Doctor, we'll fix your panes. Oh, yeah. Royal oil changes are essential to keeping your car, truck, or van running smoothly and efficiently. At Southside Quick Lube, we understand that maintenance matters and your time matters as well. So no appointment needed. Simply pull in, remain in your vehicle, and let the experienced Southside Quick Lube crew provide a quality, convenient oil change. While they're there, ask about Starbright's monthly car wash plan and take care of that outside of that vehicle as well. Done fast, done right, and you're back on the road. Southside Quick Lube on Seatroth 83, south in Millersburg.
Looking for farm fresh goodness right here in Sugar Creek? Come on down to Steele's Farm and Village Market. From crisp apples to homegrown tomatoes, along with their own fresh meats, and so much more. It's all fresh, local, and straight from the farm. And don't forget to check out their homemade, handcrafted items made with care, just like the good old days. Visit Steele's at 504 Dover Road Northeast in Sugar Creek, or give them a call at 330-852-5500. Steele's Farm and Village Market. Freshness you can taste, quality you can trust.
Bryce Haynes producing tonight's live stream coverage, and it is for tonight working the camera is going to be Trevor Lake. So you can go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio. You'll find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Michael Hammond is back at the studio. Matt Croy alongside Troy Fritz, and Jake Seidel is tonight's sideline reporter as well. Thanis Price is over at Triway tonight. She's going to be taking pictures for social media, so look for that on Instagram and as well as on Facebook for pictures from that Triway playoff game tonight. And of course, they're in action tonight in their Week 12 playoff contest as well. We're at Rebel Stadium in Columbiana as Garaway takes on this Crestview team. We'll take a timeout. Come back to you after this on WKLM.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Followed by tonight's starting lineups. Again, Garaway taking on Crestview tonight for the right to move on to next week's regional semifinals. That'll be against either third-ranked Columbia or sixth-ranked Downton. And we'll see where that venue will be. It's supposed to be at the better seated team side. That can kind of depend on how the facilities are between where that venue might be. But it'll be on the road for Garaway, we're sure, next week if they do get this victory here tonight. It is a turf field surface here at Crestview. We're talking about it, Troy. Pretty nice complex here over at Crestview.
Well, it's a beautiful complex. There's a lot of additions going on in their school facility here. It's a school district in growth mode, Matt.
Yes, it is. Certainly is for this Crestview team. Is Crestview, again, a 10-0 record for them, and really just a terrific season for them. And obviously, you can't look at the dominant, averaging 40.5 a game, giving up 9 a game here, so you can't be much more dominant than that like they've had so far.
No, you talked to Coach Don Perry in the interview, and really that stat stood out to be 9 points a game. You've got a stout defense when you're only allowing 9 points a game, so Garaway's going to have their handful with this defense tonight.
Maybe the good part about that, if Garaway can we'll put a test to them early here, see kind of how a team like that does respond.
It is indeed. It's going to be interesting to see here with the weather. Garaway has the ball. They're going to be traveling to the south end zone, which is kind of into the wind going a little bit east to west here tonight. So it'll be interesting to see the play calling here and how the weather affects the flow of this game.
Hey, we'll go ahead and take another break. Come back to you after this on WKLM.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you.
Speed, he's a 6', 270-pound senior. At the guards, Dylan King, 6'2", 215 pounds in the senior. Colston Keller, 6'3", 250 pounds senior. At the tackles, Alex Hampshire is a 5'9", 175-pound junior, and Brady Miller is a 6'3", 255 pound senior. At wide receiver is for Garaway. Get that tape back. He's a senior. Micah Yoder has 13 touchdown receptions on the year. Senior receiver Jackson Garber has 6 touchdown receptions. Also, sophomore receiver Trey Miller as well has 22 receptions for 353 yards on the year for him. And also, senior-time receiver will be junior Colson Cumberly, along with sophomore Seth Shy as well. In the backfield, of course, is 5'10", 200-pound junior Matthew Fry, average this far with 1,079 yards on the ground, 21 touchdown runs, and 2 touchdown receptions on the year for Fry. And sophomore quarterback Grady Miller has thrown for 1,883 yards, a 72% completion percentage, has thrown for 22 touchdowns. He's also ran for 2 scores on the year. Now starting defensively for Crestview, here's Troy Fritz.
Thank you very much, Matt. At the defensive end positions, they'll go with a 6', 183-pound junior. It's Dylan Stoffer. The other defensive end is 6'1", 266-pound junior. That's number 52, Shane Bacon. The defensive tackle's a junior, 6'1", 268 pounds, is Ian Masher. A 5'10", senior, 186-pound Wyatt Hart will go to the right defensive tackle. At the linebacker positions, in the middle, they're all everything. Mr. Mikey Proctor, 112 tackles on the year, a 5'9", 179-pound senior. Bo Julian is a sophomore, a 5'9", 179-pound sophomore. At the cornerback positions is a 6-foot senior, number 15, Ethan Kane. He's 153 pounds. At the other corner is a 6'2 senior, 187-pound Kyle Booth. At the safety positions is a 6', 171-pound junior Josh Smith. The outside linebacker Ashton Datillo, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. And at the lone safety is Caden McClaney, a senior, 6', 171 pounds.
For the Rebels on offense at center, a 6'2", 275-pound senior Brody Noon. At the guards will be Brian Hall, 5'11", 304-pound junior, and Parker Biddle, a 6'1", 258-pound sophomore. At the tackles, Shane Bacon, a 6'1", 266-pound junior, and J.J. Gassina, a 6'6", 216-pound sophomore. At wide receiver is senior Ethan Kane, has 5 touchdown grabs on the year. Also senior Caden McElhaney has 4 touchdown grabs, and senior Kyle Booth has 4 touchdown receptions on the year, and senior tight end Colton Weber has 1 touchdown grab on the season. And senior running back Mikey Proctor has ran for 9 scores on the year on the ground, and quarterback Jake Nolan, he's thrown 17 touchdown passes. He's also ran for 17 scores on the season. Now starting defensively for Garaway, here's Troy again.
There you go, Matt. The defensive end for Garaway, they'll start with their 2 seniors, 6'3", 250-pound seniors, Colson Keller. On the right side will be the 6'2", 215-pound senior, Dylan King. In the middle, the senior 6-footer, 200-pound Cooper Gintz. At the cornerback positions, a senior 5'11", 165-pounder in Micah Yoder. On the other side, the sophomore 5'9", 155-pound Trey Miller. In the middle, Thomas Grimm leads the way with 33 tackles on the year. He's a sophomore at 200 pounds and stands at 5'11". On the other side, Wyatt Miller, the 5'8", senior, 180-pound linebacker. And the outside linebackers, Wyatt Gordon, he's a sophomore, 5'10", 200 pounds. On the other side will be Jalen Jimenez. He's a 5'7", senior, goes at 175. 2 safeties for Garaway tonight will be Wyatt Reifenschneider. He's a 6', 180-pound junior. And Braylon Brooks on the other side. He's a 5'9", 150-pound junior.
Crestview is 10-0. They're coached by third-year head football coach, that's Don Perry. And for Garaway, their record is 9-2, coached by 25th-year head football coach, that is Jason Wallick. Matt Croy alongside Troy Fritz for tonight's broadcast. We're going to wait all the way down to the end, apparently, for this national anthem. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That kind of threw us off guard here a little bit, Matt. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff, and the wind's picking up here again. My goodness.
Teams will certainly have to deal with the wind, as you mentioned here tonight. See how they deal with the conditions as far as this playoff game is concerned here at Columbiana. Just about ready for tonight's national anthem, brought to you by the Holmes County Veterans Services in Millersburg. Hopefully we'll be picking that up momentarily just before kickoff. Crestview has just gotten onto the field. Again, the winner of this team will take on either third-ranked Columbia or sixth-ranked Dalton next Friday night at the better seeded team site. It'll be a 7 o'clock game, of course, in the regional semifinals. Of course, Kirtland in this region, as it seems like Garaway always has to find a way to kind of get past that Kirtland team, no matter what the playoff run it is.
That's a name that just never seems to go away. Every time you look up, Kirtland's right there, and they are a juggernaut.
Minute 13 and counting here in this warm-up clock here from Crestview. Again, Garaway coming in with that record of 9-2 on the season. For a Garaway team, very battle-tested. You think not just the IVC, but certainly Indian Valley, and you got to see that, Troy. Grady Kansas, you can't find a better back of the year. Won the state championship last year. Certainly you played Girard on the road, so a couple of really premium teams they faced this year.
Well, we see the IVC all year long in different sports, and football's no different. That's a tough conference, and they play some tough competition down there. And yeah, you mentioned Indian Valley. I mean, they run into a Grady Kinsey, a kid that just, he's everything. He's great. And, Garaway does a good job against him, and so they're battle-tested, Matt. They are battle-tested.
No question about that. All right, just about ready to get things underway. Again, about 25 seconds on the warm-up clock, and they have still yet to do tonight's national anthem.
Garaway coming out of the locker room a little bit late. Maybe that's a little bit of gamesmanship going on. What do you think, Matt?
Maybe just a little bit, absolutely. Garaway on the road, and really, Jason Wallick talked about that. They had that road game and the loss to Girard earlier this year, and Jason Wallick felt like they never got off the bus that game, and he felt like that's a game that they're really able to learn from that experience that'll help them better prepared for tonight.
This travel's about the same distance. We're up in that same part of the country here, so no doubt I think that earlier lesson they got in the year, they'll remember that, Matt.
Absolutely. And the Pirates will run out to the field as we speak right now. They have the Garaway flag and the American flag as well. Sporting that with their jersey tonight. Got the white jerseys in red numerals, red sleeves, and white pants as well. Crestview with their gray jerseys and gold numerals and gray pants in gold trim in white socks. Yeah, here we will pick up now, finally, without further ado, tonight's national anthem.
The Crestview High School Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Eric Babel and Mr. Brady Emerson, with color guard led by Sarah Kaufman, is ready to perform our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Please remain standing afterwards for the alma mater.
1, 2!
And once again, tonight's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. Matt Croy alongside Troy Fritz for tonight's broadcast. Michael Hammond back at WKLM Sports Central. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Jake Seidel is our sideline reporter. We're also video live streaming tonight's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Bryce Haynes is producing tonight's live stream coverage, and Trevor Lake is working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. Think about Garaway going for their 7th consecutive trip to the regional semifinals, Troy, here, if they can get a win tonight here. And you think kind of easy to take that for granted here, but a lot of programs don't have that opportunity to either make the postseason or make these kind of runs. So certainly you got to appreciate the fact that the long tradition Garaway has established.
Well, I know we appreciate it because we certainly like to come cover Garaway football. And, again, what Coach Wallick has done there is just remarkable over the years. And, he's built a great program, so this is no surprise to see him here, but you don't want to take that for granted. And, when you build a good program, this is a result of that. You get kids that buy in and they want to win, and they expect to be here every year. And look where we're at, Matt.
Back here once again, that's for sure. So Garaway's going to get the ball first. Teams are out onto the field. And going after the kick the ball for Crestview, that is going to be Danny Novak does all the kicking, just the freshman. He'll be the kicking off from right to left on the field here at Rebel Stadium.
Yeah, so Garaway's going to be going into the wind. And like they've done most of the times this year, they wanted that ball on the opening toss. They want to score first.
Make their mark early. We'll see what happens as we get this game underway. Matthew Fry, of course, the deep man for the Pirates. See if they'll get a chance to return this ball. Official with the ball. He'll get a chance to put this ball down. Of course, raining throughout the day, but it has subsided in time for game time.
A little bit of wind, dropping temperatures right now, but Columbiana will have the wind at their back as they kick this off.
Newback backs away. He's ready. Here's the whistle. First of the ball, here's the kick. Low lining kick goes near side of the field, bounces out of bounds right off the bat, and the Pirates will have the ball at the 35-yard line.
That was headed right towards Reifenschneider. He just watched that go out of bounds. So Garaway's going to have great field position here, their first possession of the ball game.
On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Well, Matt, you and Troy were talking about the weather conditions earlier. While we were setting up, we had rain coming at us in a mist and sideways. But like you said, beautiful conditions now and down on the field. A little bit different than on top of the press box. Not a whole lot of breeze. So beautiful playoff football conditions for this game tonight.
All right, Pirates will have the ball going from left to right in this first quarter at the 35-yard line. Quarterback Grady Miller, he's in the shotgun. Fry just behind him in the backfield. Two split wide left, one off to the right side. Fry now to the left of Miller, gets a snap, hand off Fry. And kept by Miller instead. A little play action. He's being thrown down on that read option and dragged down near the 35. Defense not fooled by the Rebels to maybe a gain of a yard to the 36.
Yeah, Dylan Stauffer got in the backfield quick from that defensive end position and got the tackle.
So ring up second down and 9 from the 36-yard line. Pirates had the ball. Opening drive of the contest. Two split wide left, one off to the right side. And Fry again behind quarterback Grady Miller in the shotgun. Motion man going left to right. Here's a snap. Hand off Fry. A little tough on the exchange. Hit by Fry at the 35 and thrown down. A little juggle on that handoff. He finally grabbed it, but thrown down by a host of defenders by the Crestview Rebels.
Yeah, Garaway lucky not to get a turnover there. You said it, Matt. They bumbled that handoff a little bit. This Columbiana defense, they run downhill and they swarm to the football.
Certainly do. Loss of a yard back to the 35-yard line. So brings it up third down and 10 from the 35 for the Pirates. Now three split wide left, one off to the right side. Miller, of course, in that shotgun. Gets the snap. Rolls left. Pass goes far side screen grab. Trevor Miller now to the 40. And he'll be tripped up, thrown down, couldn't break free at the 39-yard line. Trevor Miller goes for a short 4-yard completion. That'll bring up a fourth down.
And Josh Smith made a shoestring tackle over there on that left side. That may have went for a first down, but again, swarming to the football, 3 and out for Garaway.
Indeed, so out there to punt it is going to be Thomas Grimm, the sophomore. He'll be standing at about the 26-yard line. Fourth and 6, Pirates. With 10-12 to play in the first, there's a snap. Grimm sends the kick away, punts it high in the air. It'll bounce near the 35, and it bounces out of bounds near the 33-yard line. It's a new opportunity to return the ball by Crestview's Mikey Proctor. So Crestview will have it for the first time here tonight. Going from right to left, spot that out of bounds apparently at the 35-yard line, they'll say. Nothing to score from Rebel Stadium. 10:05 the play, opening quarter. McRae alongside Troy Fritz. Again, Jake Seidel, our sideline reporter for tonight. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and also WKLM-FM.com and on YouTube. Quarterback Jake Nolan will trot onto the field. Mikey Proctor, the running back, and wide receiver split to each side. McElhaney also in the backfield. Backs are split. The snap. Quarterback Nolan will take it straight ahead. Hit, spun around, thrown down for a big-time loss by the Pirates defense out near the 32, loss of 3.
And a big tackle right there, that coming off the outside. That was Wyatt Miller. That tackle for loss.
He was ready again, loss of 3 back to the 32, second down and now 13 yards.
Garaway's had 59 tackles for loss on the year. That gives them 60.
That's impressive. Spread formation, empty backfield this time. 3 split wide right, 2 off to the left side. Check with me to the near sideline. Play clock down the 14. Jake Nolly, the quarterback. Down to 8 seconds, down the 5. Snap, Nolly. In the pocket, pass going to be a cut at the 36. Thrown down immediately in that tackle by the Pirates. And that short pass completion, that was completed to Kyle Booth, goes for about a 4-yard completion.
And that was Wyatt Miller. He was right there to hit him on the reception for a short gain. We're going to bring up about a 3rd down and 9.
So 3rd and long here from that 36-yard line. Check with me again for the near sideline. And it'll be tight end Colton Weber will run the play call onto the field. 2 split wide to the left and 2 split wide to the right side. Nolan still checking that near sideline. Play clock down to 14. Now they're resetting the play clock. Interesting. His snap, Nolan rolls to his left. Under pressure. Nolan looking downfield, gets the pass off. Going to be caught. Juggled. Did he grab it? No. Incomplete pass. Hit his hands, but he kind of juggled it. Officials said he was out of bounds as he tried to juggle that ball. The pass intended for Ethan Kane just past midfield. That'll bring up a 4th down.
So Garaway's going to hold 3 and out here, but a nice throw there by Nolan, just off the mark a little bit, but he put that only where his receiver could get it. Nice throw by the quarterback.
As you mentioned, very nice throw. So Pirates will take that break, and now out onto the field will be a punting situation for Danny Novak, standing about the 24-yard line. Waiting the snap for the punt. And some movement up front. And it'll be on Crestview getting that penalty. And I believe that was on A.J. McEwen.
It was indeed. Moved a little bit early. That's going to move him back 5 yards. So a break here for Garaway.
Their second penalty for 20 yards tonight.
Trey Miller back deep to receive for the Pirates.
Standing back the 18-yard line to receive the snap now is the punter. Low snap hits the turf, grabs it, and barely gets it away. Short wobbly punt bounces near the midfield, rolls past the 50, and then rolls to about to the 45, to the 44, to the 43. And the Pirates will have the ball at their own 43-yard line. So that couldn't have worked out better if you're Garaway. Sometimes it's dangerous about that, and with those short wobbly punts, it can hit maybe a Garaway player, but that time it didn't do that, and the Pirates are going to have the ball.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. That did almost hit a Garaway player right in the back, but break there. Turned out a little bit better for Columbiana as they got that ball across midfield, but Garaway in good field position here for their second drive.
They can spot that at the 43. Nothing to score. Both defenses holding serve to start off the game. 8.5 to play. We're in the first quarter. Grady Miller's in the shotgun. 2 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Fry in the backfield to the left to him, the snap. Play action. Miller looking downfield. Hits a pass off far side, caught. Shy midfield into the 50. Stutter step down, past the 50, thrown down out near the 48-yard line. That was grabbed that time by Micah Yoder, and it goes for a pass completion for about 8 yards.
Man, he was wide open out there in that left flat. Wyatt Hart come up and made the tackle for the Rebels.
So 2nd down and 2 for that 49-yard line. Empty backfield. There's a snap and hold everything. And it'll be a whistle blown. It'll be false start on the offense. Not what you want there for the Pirates. They'll back it up, and that'll be a 2nd down and about 7.
A lot of movement over on that left side. They went before the center did. That'll get you a flag every time.
Back in their own territory now at the 46 of Garaway. Here's a snap. Miller dropping back. Looking. Pass far side going to be a leaping deflection. Knocked away. That ball intended for Micah Yoder out near the 45 of Crestview. A high throw and deflected away for an incomplete pass.
I think the wind got that one there. It just kind of floated up in the air a little bit and just about got picked off. That's going to be dangerous thrown into this wind tonight.
Something both teams are certainly going to have to deal with. And that's why those little 5-yard penalties can be significant tonight.
Absolutely.
3rd and 7 from the 46. Pirates had the ball empty backfield. 3 split wide right, 2 off to the left side.
Showing blitz.
Hard count. Trying to get him to jump off sides. Now check with me to the far sideline. Play clock at 8 seconds. Now down to 5. Here's the snap. Miller dropping back. Gets a pass up middle. If you're going to be a leafy grab near the 40, thrown down for a first down. The Pirates, Micah Yoder near the Crestview 41-yard line.
Great job there by Grady Miller standing in there. He saw the defense coming. They fired the middle linebacker, and they took a big hit, but completed that pass over the middle. Grady Miller showing some great moxie there.
13 yards on the pass completion, as you mentioned, for the first down. A great pass by Miller, avoiding that contact on the pressure. First and 10 at the 41-yard line of Crestview. Pirates have the ball. Snap to Miller, handoff Fry, straight ahead to the 40. Fry going to be thrown down by a host of defenders out near the 38-yard line, gain of about 3 yards.
Nice push up front by that Garaway offensive line on the left side. Mikey Proctor got the first hit over there for the Rebels.
Second down on 7 yards to go from the Crestview 38-yard line. Pirates have the ball. 2 split right. 1 split wide to the left side. Again, Fry's in the backfield behind quarterback Grady Miller. Pirates in Crestview territory. And the snap. Handoff Fry. Pass to the outside. Now to the 35. Fry will be darting out near the 32-yard line where he's going to be thrown down. Gain of about, spotted closer to the 33. Gain of about 5 yards on that carry.
Got a great lead block there by Kimmerly. He just followed him up through the hole, picked up a good gain there. It's going to bring up third down and short. Ashton Datillo got the tackle.
3rd and 2 from that 33-yard line. Pirates moving the ball. Big third down here. A 2 split wide to the right. 1 split wide to the left side. Backs to the offset eye. Miller's on the shotgun. Snap. Handoff Fry. Straight ahead. Out to the 30. He'll be thrown down just past the 30, just past the first down marker to the 29. He got 4 yards. They needed 2. That's going to be a first down for the Pirates.
Proctor got the tackle, but not before the Pirates get the first down. They've got a drive, and they're marching.
They certainly are. Now the Pirates will approach the line of scrimmage at the 29 of Crestview. First and 10. 2 split wide right. 1 split wide to the left side. Again, Fry just to the right of quarterback Grady Miller. Motion man going left to right. And here's the snap to Miller. Dropping back. Miller looking. Pass. Far side going to be incomplete pass to that over the intended wide receiver. That being that time Colson Cumberly out near the left corner of the end zone.
Yeah, they like that left corner. Coincidentally, the wind's kind of drifting to that left corner, so they threw to that left corner, so they weren't throwing back into it, and it kind of carried that ball out of bounds, sailed on him.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 from the 29. 3 split wide right. 2 off to the left side. Empty backfield for Grady Miller. Snap to Miller, dropping back. Miller looking. Pass. Far side going to be incomplete pass. Hit off the hands of Cumberly to that far sideline around the 18.
They got Cumberly in a one-on-one matchup over there on that defensive end with Stauffer, and they're liking that because he had a step on him. It was there.
It was. So brings up 3rd and 10 now for that 29-yard line. See what the Pirates do here.
They've looked that way about 3 times now. They're seeing something over there they like, Matt.
See if they go to the well again or not. And with 3 split wide to the right. 2 split wide to the left. Again, empty backfield for Miller. And the snap, dropping back. Dump pass can be grabbed. Here's Yoder. Has some room to the 25, to the 20. Darts his way. He's being smashed at the 19-yard line. But not before he gets about 10 yards on the play right near that first down mark. He got just enough to get the first down.
Well, there was their jailbreak. They love to run that, and they were setting that up with them previous pass plays. Caden McElhaney made that tackle from the safety position, saved the touchdown.
Big time play indeed. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. So from the 18 it looks like now. Call that an 11-yard gain. Here's Miller in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Handoff right. Straight ahead. Has the room down to the 15. And thrown down out near the 13-yard line for the 18. Gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, Bo Gillian met him in the middle, and Fry run him over. Good pickup on first down. So offensive line's getting a nice push here early. Keep an eye on that.
2nd and 5 from the 13. Pirates having their way, as you mentioned, up front here on this drive. A 2 split wide to the right. 1 split wide to the left. Miller in the shotgun, Fry just behind him. Now to the left of Miller. Here's the snap. Play action. Miller gets the pass off. Going to be a grab just inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Good pass that time. Just did get it off in time. Completed that to Jackson Garber on that pass for about 5 yards right near the first down marker again.
And he did a great job to wrap that ball up and go down to the ground before he took the hit. So 1st and goal here for Garaway. If they're going to have the 9-yard line. Garaway working on a little bit over a 4-minute, working on a 5-minute drive here right now, Matt.
Certainly are. As you mentioned, spot that. It's like about the 8-yard line. Got just enough to get that first down. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Pirates have it. Snap to Miller. Handoff right, straight ahead. Down to the outside. It'll be hit at about the 7 where he's going to be thrown down. He spot that about the 5-yard line, actually. Goes for about 3 yards on that carry.
Good field vision there by Fry. Made a little cut to make the first man miss. Tackle made by Shane Bacon. That's his first of the game.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Pirates marching down the field. Scoreless contest with 3:40 to play in the opening quarter. 2 split wide to the right and 2 split wide to the left. Again, Fry in the backfield. To the left, the quarterback, Grady Miller. Snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Miller, pass. Near side going to be caught. Touchdown to the right side corner of the end zone. Trey Miller, indeed. He came through. Trey Miller with his first touchdown grab of the year and a nice pass to that right corner by Grady Miller.
Oh, he threw that on a dime, Matt, right into the corner where only his receiver could get it. That was an outstanding drive by Garaway. They kept the ball for close to 6 minutes on that drive.
Grady Miller has 23rd touchdown pass of the year. And up to 46 yards passing in this first quarter. It'll be Thomas Grimm, the sophomore kicker, on for the PAT try. The snap, the hole, the kick. Grimm will punch it through. 5-yard touchdown pass by Miller to Trey Miller, and Garaway up 7-0 with 3:23 to play first quarter. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Sutherland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated is proud to be a part of this Garaway broadcast. At Sutherland Brothers, they offer sand, gravel, topsoil, and fill dirt, mason sand, and concrete sand. They are open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5, Saturdays from 7 to noon, and closed on holidays. Call 330-756-2244. That's 330-756-2244. Located on Sunland Road Northwest in Beach City. Sunland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated. Men with true grit.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's player of the game being brought to you by Mill Street Diner. As we'll be announcing the player of the game after the contest tonight. Mill Street Diner, located at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek. That's the Mill Street Diner player of the contest. It'll be Thomas Grimm now for the kickoff as they're trying to get this ball to sit still here with this win.
Not cooperating.
No, it is not. Get that pinned over here and get a holder. Micah Yoder going to hold the ball, it looks like.
Indeed. Wind just swirling around up here, Matt.
Yes, it is. Now we're ready to go. Pirates spread the field. Grimm starts toward the ball. He'll send away into the rim as they'll get over near the 15, return now to the 20, out to the 25, goes near side with it, back to the 25, to the 26, to the 30, and slammed out near the 35-yard line. On that return that time for Crestview. On the field now to Jake Seidel.
Well, thanks, Matt. We go back to that drive. Miller scores that touchdown, but that drive able to be kept alive by Micah Yoder, who really is, over his career, has grown into a fantastic wide receiver and a great number one option for the Pirates. So great job by the Pirates overall, able to keep that drive going and take the lead.
So spot this at the 35-yard line for Crestview, down 7-0. 3:15 to play in the first quarter. Wide receiver split to each side. Backs are split. Jake Noley, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Here's the handoff, the carry. Proctor after the 35. Host defenders though driving backwards. Nothing doing on the carry for Mikey Proctor. No gain at the 35.
Colson Keller did a great job on the outside containment. He's kept his assignment, sealed the outside, read it well, made the tackle for no gain.
Brings up second down and 10. Proctor has his first carry of the contest. So second and 10 from the 35. As the Rebels checking to that near sideline. They'll get the play call, 2 split wide to the right. Noling's in the shotgun. Play clock at 10 seconds to snap. Play action, Noling will keep it. Gets to the outside. He'll be tripped up, though, out near the 36. Thrown down for the quarterback for a short 1-yard carry.
Dylan King got his hands in there first to trip him up. But as we've seen all year, Garaway defense swarming to the ball.
Yes, they are. Brings up now 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. 2:14 and counting. We're in the opening quarter. Then they move the ball backwards to the 35, it looks like. So now they're going to say it's no gain. So 3rd and 10 now from the 35. 3 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. Check with me to the near sideline for Jake Noling. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Now down to 3. Down to 2. To 1. And it's at 0. Gets the snap off just in time, apparently. Noling's the pass far side going to be caught at the 41 and hit immediately and thrown down shy of the first down marker. And that'll be a 4th down coming up on that pass completion to Caden McElhaney.
Great defense there by the 6-foot junior Wyatt Reifenschneider. Hit the receiver immediately, kept him just a 5-yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Looks like a punting situation here for the Rebels.
And Troy, if you're Garaway, certainly you like getting that first early score because you know how good this defense has been all season long here. Now you put kind of the pressure on the opposing team.
Well, you do indeed. That's 2 3 and outs here by this Garaway defense. You couldn't script a better start.
Offense is out there. Now Jake Noling also will punt the ball some. So see what they decide to do. Again, more than likely you would expect a pooch punt situation here, but right now 4th and 5 from their own 40-yard line. And timeout called now. 53 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 7-0 Garaway. This is Playoff Football on WKLM.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
Dalton has a 7-6 lead over Columbia in the first quarter. Or the other way around, I should say. Columbia has a 7-6 lead. There we go for not writing it down. Punting situation now. We see the punting unit onto the field for Crestview. There's a snap. Punted away from the 30-yard line. Just barely got away. I think he did get a deflection on it as it goes sailing out of bounds out near the Garaway 40-yard line. So punting has been adventurous for this Crestview team so far in this first quarter.
It has indeed. It was either Wyatt Gordon or Colson Cumberly got their hands on that. So Garaway again, Matt, they're going to have great field position here. They start this drive. 46 seconds to go left in the first.
Their 3rd possession of this first quarter of action. And they'll spot the nose of the ball at their own 42-yard line. 7-0 Pirates, 46 seconds to play in the first. Trey Miller split wide to the right. 2 receivers off to the left side. Miller's in the shotgun, Fry just behind him. Play clock at 13. Down the 10. Snap to Miller. Hand off Fry, straight ahead, out to the 45. Gets to the 49, thrown down right at midfield to the 50-yard line. Matthew Fry, an 8-yard carry.
Dylan Stauffer got the tackle. Matt, as you said, he got 8 yards first. I really like what I'm seeing out of this Garaway offensive line right now. They are out physicaling this defense of the Rebels.
Starting to have their way. 2nd and 2 from the 50-yard line. 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. 2 split wide left, 1 off to the right side. That's Miller. Fry in the backfield behind quarterback Grady Miller. Here's the snap. Miller dropping back for a pass. Pass middle field going to be incomplete. Had a receiver open. Kind of go around the official, it looked like that time. That ball was intended for Jackson Garber high on the pass.
Yeah, the official was the best defender right there. Kind of threw the timing off on that. But it was open. Garaway's found some things that are working over that middle.
They have 3rd and 2 now at the 50-yard line. 12 seconds to go. The clock is stopped in the first quarter. Miller had completed the last 3 pass attempts before that incompletion. Check with me to the far sideline for the Pirates offense. They'll approach the line of scrimmage. 2 split wide left, 1 off to the right side. That's Trey Miller. Fry in the backfield. Here's a snap. Handoff Fry straight ahead. Darts ahead to the 50. Darts past the first down marker. It looks like out near the 47-yard line. I believe that should be enough for a Garaway first down.
It's right in front of us, Matt, and they indeed are going to move the change.
Need a 2, and looks like they're going to give them just enough to get that 2-yard carry, I do believe.
Bo Jillian got in there and stuck his hat on him, but not before they got the first down.
And the first quarter will come to a close at the end of one. It's Garaway 7 and Crestview nothing. This is Playoff Football on WKLM.
Simpson Salute has an end of the summer blowout sale going on now for the Pirate Nation. Get a new Carrier single-stage air conditioner and thermostat for just $3,999 with payments as low as $52 a month. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Just like a perfect play, their team of experienced technicians will make sure your HVAC system is in top shape. Call Simpson Salute today at 330-339-1177 and experience the winning difference. Don't settle for less. Turn to the best with Simpson Salute. Phillips CT GIMD is proud to sponsor this Garaway broadcast. The primary care facility will treat patients of all ages, from pediatrics through geriatrics. Dr. Teague will help manage and diagnose a variety of common illnesses and conditions, covering a broad spectrum of health issues. They're located at 153.5 North Broadway in Sugar Creek and the Sugar Creek Family Medical Center, across from the fire station, and accept most major insurance plans. Call 852-3211 for an appointment.
Pirates ball first and 10 at the Crestview 48 to start the second quarter up 7-0. Snap Miller. Miller will take it himself. Bounces to the outside. Quarterback to the 45 and it'll be thrown down at that 45-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards.
Miller showed early in the year his ability to run the football, and he put his head down there. When he gets in the open field, he can move. He's got long strides, can cover some ground in a hurry.
Excellent athlete, as I mentioned, just a sophomore. Second and 7 from that Crestview 45-yard line. Pirates on the move once again up 7-0, just into the second quarter. 2 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left. Fry in the backfield just behind quarterback Grady Miller. Snap, handoff Fry. That play action pass instead going to be grabbed by Kummerly out near the 40, and he fights his way to the 39, finally thrown down. A pass completion that goes for about 6 yards.
Yeah, good second effort's going to get him real close to the first down, maybe just a half yard short. Let's see.
Give him that 6-yard completion. Miller up to 52 yards passing in the first half. As you mentioned, it will be just shy of that first down. Third and short. Third and about a yard for Garaway.
You think this is 2-down territory?
I think so. Miller on the shotgun. Gets the snap. Handoff Fry straight ahead. He'll have the first down out near the 36 and drop near the 35. Seeing that the 36 will spot him. He will get enough to get the 3-yard carry for the first down for Garaway.
Yeah, Josh Smith got the tackle. Does he not? Fry was ready to bounce that outside. Matt, there was nobody out to that right side. It was wide open.
Always scary, and Fry has that ball. First and 10. That'll be for the Pirates already their 6th first down of the first half. At the 36-yard line. 2 split wide to the right. 1 split wide to the left. Ian Fry's in the backfield. Miller is in the shotgun. The snap. Play action. Miller looking. Pass. Middle of the field going to be incomplete just ahead of the intended receiver, Micah Yoder.
Yoder had a step on him out there, so Garaway now throwing with the wind at their back. Not surprised to see him take a shot right there. And Micah Yoder had a step on the defender.
Why not? Brings up second and 10. Yeah, as you mentioned, if he grabs that ball, he walks into the end zone.
Absolutely. Like the play call there by Garaway. Opening up the playbook here a little bit.
Make him think about it. Now 2 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left side. Second and 10 from the Crestview 36-yard line. Pirates had the ball. Snap to Miller. Handoff, no. Pass far side going to be grabbed by Garber down to the 35 to the 30. Garber to the 25. Thrown down past the first down marker out near the 24-yard line. 12-yard completion to Jackson Garber for a first down.
Yeah, great catch and run there by Garber. Micah Yoder gave him a nice lead block out there going down the field, so give Yoder credit for some of that. Tackle was made by Ethan Kane, his first of the game.
Outstanding play. Second and 10 on the 12-yard completion to the Crestview 24-yard line. Empty backfield this time. 3 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Miller's in the shotgun. Hard count. Miller Trying to get the defense to jump off sides with 12 seconds on the play clock. Down to 10. Down to 7 seconds to 5. Snap to Miller, dropping back. Miller looking. Pass, middle of the field, going to be almost picked off right into the hands of the defender that time. It looked like that was Josh Smith.
It was, and boy, did Garaway get away with one there. That ball thrown late over the middle. Josh Smith read that one very well right from the get-go, and they just about had their first pick.
Kind of double clutch before he made that pass. He thought he saw Jackson Garber, but threw it just a bit low, and as he mentioned, almost had a chance to get that interception.
Absolutely. I see Garaway just run the football right here. That defensive line standing around with their hands on their hips already. Garaway offensive line has been getting the better of them up front.
So you can see that here, 2nd and 10 from the 24. Play clock at 10. Snap to Miller. Hand off Fry. He goes straight ahead. He'll be hit and thrown down this time as he gets himself from the 24 to the 23, and that'll be a gain of a yard.
Good penetration there by the defense of the Rebels. He and Masher got through there quick. Fry hurdled him, but then the next man up, Bo Jillian, got the tackle.
So 2nd and 9 from the Crestview 23-yard line. See what the Pirates have up their sleeve here. Obviously, 4-down territory. Unless you're thinking field goal here. 2 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left side. Miller's in the shotgun, Fry just behind him. Here's the snap. Miller looking. It's a pass up far, second to be caught at the 15. Hurts around past the first and marker, out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Garaway. The pass by Miller. He found Jackson Garber.
And Jackson Garber just ran an excellent route on that right flat. Got past the first down marker, turned around, set down. The ball was right there. Great play call by the Garaway offense.
To the 13, 10-yard completion for that first down. Pirates had the ball. Miller in the shotgun, the snap. Play action, rolls to his left side. Pass to the end zone, going to be caught. Touchdown, Jackson Garber to the left back corner of the end zone. 13-yard touchdown strike, Miller to Jackson Garber.
They lost him in the back corner of the end zone, and Miller hit him on a strike. How about that?
No question, he brings up his 2nd touchdown pass of the contest. Miller up down to 24 touchdown passes of the year. Garber his 7th touchdown reception of the season. And now Thomas Grimm will have the PAT try. 87 yards passing for Miller in this first half now. Just into the second. Here's the snap, the hole, the kick by Grimm, and he will punch it through. 9:09 to play in the first half. It's Garaway 14, Crestview nothing. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
To Jackson Garber, and the Pirates out on top, 14-0. The Pirates have come to play here tonight, Troy.
Oh, they have indeed. I love the play calling here on the offensive side. They've dialed up a great game plan. It's a very balanced attack here thus far, and it's got the Rebels on their heels, Matt.
Player checking out here for Crestview, and that being Ethan Kane. As he gets set to kick this ball off, Thomas Grimm for the Pirates from right to left.
Yeah, Kane's got some equipment problems down there.
One of the top receivers for this Rebels team. Grimm will send the way into Grimm. And it'll be grabbed out near the 10-yard line, return now to the 15, to the 20, out to the 25, and spun around and thrown down at about the 26-yard line on that return. On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Thanks, Matt. Got some out-of-town scores. First, the Shelby Whippets leading the Orville Red Riders 10-0 in the second quarter. Dalton has come back. They're now leading 12-7 over Columbia in the second. Centerburg up on Ridgewood 14-7 in the second. Indian Valley up 14-0 over Circleville in the second. Hillsdale up on Conotton Valley 28-0 in the first quarter. And Triway leading Fairview 17-0 in the second quarter. Smithville and United tied at 7 in the second. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Jake. At the 27-yard line for the Rebels, down 14-0 to start their offense. They'll have it now for the third time in this first half. One split wide left, two off to the right side. Nolling's in the shotgun, the snap. Nolling straight ahead with the carry at the quarterback out to the 30. Pulls his way to the 32. Finally thrown down out near that 32-yard line. About a 5-yard carry by the quarterback.
Yeah, hit first in the middle there by number 22, Wyatt Gordon, for the Pirates.
Spot that closer to the 33. Call that a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 from the 33.
That might be their biggest pickup here on any play yet so far, Matt.
Certainly going to see that sense of urgency you would think here from the Crestview offense on this drive. The snap. Here's the handoff. Proctor hit and thrown down. Nothing doing, a loss of a yard back to the 32. The Erie defense getting it done once again.
Colson Keller is having a monster game out the defensive end. He's reading what's going on in that backfield very well. Love his field vision tonight.
Proctor, 2 carries, -1 yard so far on the ground. Brings up second down, I think that third down in 5 rather, from the 32-yard line.
Third tackle on the night there for Keller.
He's been in beast all season for the Pirates. 2 split wide left, 1 off to the right side. Jake Nolling, he's in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He'll take it himself straight ahead to the 35. Follows his blockers. He'll dive forward. I believe just shy of the first down. See if they'll spot this ball. As second effort gets him out near the 30, and they'll be right there just enough, apparently, to get that first down. And so nice spot that time to get the first.
He did. He got that extra effort and got it. Cooper Gantz got the tackle. Will give them Rebels a first down. I think that's their first of the night, isn't it, Matt?
It certainly is. First down indeed by that 6-yard carry. 7:43 to play in the opening quarter. I should say the second quarter, excuse me. And Pirates have the 14-0 advantage. 2 split wide left and 1 off to the right side. They'll start the play clock with Nolan in the shotgun. Proctor just to the left of him in the backfield. Motion man left to right. That's Keenan McElhaney. The snap. Nolan. Pass goes far side. Caught. Out to the 40. Spun around and dives to the 42. He'll be drilled at that 42-yard line. Well, he paid for it as he stayed onto his feet. That was Ethan Kane and hammered at that 42-yard line.
And that was a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore, Thomas Grimm. He laid the wood to him. My goodness.
Short 4-yard completion and leveled after that. 2nd and 6 from the 42.
He'll be looking for number 12 next time he catches the ball.
No doubt. 2 split wide to the right. 2 off to the left side. Check with me to the near sideline. Proctor again in the backfield. 2nd and 6 from the 42-yard line for the Rebels. The snap. Nolan. Handoff. Proctor straight ahead to the 45. And he'll be thrown down at about the 46-yard line. Gain of 4 yards.
Cooper Gintz getting off the bottom of that pile. He got the first hit. Getting a little chippy down there.
Indeed it is. So, third down. And about 2 from that 46-yard line.
Rebels have a little something working for the first time tonight here, starting to move the football.
Down 2 scores, but not panicking. Still sticking to their bread and butter with that running attack on this drive.
They got a load back there with Proctor.
They do. Nolan in the shotgun, play clock at 12. The snap. Nolan straight ahead with the quarterback. And he'll get right near that first down marker, thrown down as he gets out to the 48-yard line from the 46. And that'll be just enough to get that first down and believe, see if they'll move these chains.
Grimm got the tackle again there for Garaway. Again, there was a whole host of Pirates around the football, and they're still looking at this spot.
Apparently to be just shy of it. They're going to measure it here. Go close enough to measure. See, the nose of the ball looks like it's at that 48.
We're looking right down the line here.
Yeah.
I think they're going to barely have it. It's close.
Scoreboard showing 4th and 1 right now until they take this measurement.
I'm going to say they got it by 3 inches, Matt. What do you think?
What do you think, Jake?
See through the crowd here.
Indeed, it is first down, so Troy had that one right. Just enough. Jake Nolley, the quarterback, is in their second first down on this drive. And they're at the 48-yard line. But still, even with the first downs, Pirates defense not making it easy on them.
Well, now that's taken them 4 minutes to move the ball here about 20 yards, so the clock is in favor of Garaway, Matt.
5:39 to play in the first half. 3 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left side. Nolan in the shotgun, Proctor's in the backfield. Snap to Nolan. Hand off Proctor. Hit and thrown down, nothing doing, no gain at the 48-yard line.
There, Dylan King on the other defensive end read that one textbook. Did his job on containment, step up there and made the hit. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 yard, Matt.
I think you're right, so indeed back to the 47.
Second tackle on the night for Dylan King. Defensive ends for Garaway doing the job.
And check with Ian again to the near sideline with 22 in the play clock. 2 split wide, the left, 2 off to the right side for the Rebels. Nolan's in the shotgun and Proctor's behind him in the backfield. The snap. Play action. Pass goes near side. Grab it at the 50. Pass midfield. Stutter step to the 47. Thrown down at about that 47-yard line. And that pass completion that went to Josh Smith.
Yeah, Wyatt Reifenschlander made a great open field tackle out there. A one-on-one. He was on an island. Kept him to just a 5-yard gain.
So it brings up third down here.
Clock still ticking down to 4:24 to go here.
3rd and 5 from that 6-yard completion to the 47 of Garaway. 4:18 and counting first half. 3 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Empty backfield for Jake Nolley. Snap to Nolan. Screen pass goes near side, caught. Out to the 46. Drilled to the 46 and thrown down at the 46-yard line. Keenan McElhaney on that jailbreak. He could not find any room to that near side or to the middle of the field, and the Pirates defense stuffed it out.
And that was Reifenschlander again blowing that up. He read that well. He saw the jailbreak coming. He stepped into that inside seam, and that was it.
Indeed, he did. They're going to give him the 45, looks like, so give him a 2-yard completion out of that.
4th and 3.
Offense out there, 4th and 3 from that 45 of Garaway. 3 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. 3:29 to play. We're in the first half, 14-0 Garaway. Pirates looking to get a big stop on 4th down here. Play clock down to 4. The snap. Nolan looking. Pass. Middle field going to be in through the hands of the intended receiver. That was Kyle Booth. That would have been a first down after the 40, but he couldn't grab the ball, and they'll turn the ball over on downs.
That's a big one there because you got to remember Columbiana's due to get the football back to start the second half. If they could have kept that one down and scored, they'd have been in business. Now, Garaway could potentially make this a 3-score game at halftime. That was huge.
And a couple of drop passes tonight for the Crestview receivers. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, we'll be announcing the Mill Creek Diner player of the contest. Mill Creek Diner located at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek. That's the Mill Creek Diner player of the game. Garaway ball has it at their own 45-yard line after the huge stop by the Pirates defense. 14-0 Garaway, 3:14 to play in the half. 2 split wide left, 1 split wide to the right side. Miller's in the shotgun. Drive to the right of him. Here's the snap. Hand off right straight ahead, finding some room, gets out to the 47 and taken backwards. Not much doing there, but he'll get himself about a 2-yard gain.
Good discipline running there by Fry. Not much there. He got what he could, protected the football. Got about a 2-yard gain.
Matt Croy alongside Troy Fritz for tonight's broadcast. Jake Seidel, our silent reporter on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com and video live streamed on YouTube. 2nd and 8 for the 47-yard line for the Pirates. Snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Under pressure, gets a pass up middle field, going to be caught. First down out near the 40 of Crestview. Then they grabbed by Jack. Oh, it's drilled after the ball was hit to Jackson Garber. I think it was jarred loose for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had it, took a step. They hit him pretty hard. It went right off his hip, hit the ground. But there again, that was wide open in the middle of the field. Everything is wide open out there for Garaway so far this first half.
It's all there. 3rd down and 8 from the 47-yard line. 2 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. And there's a whistle. Pirates get the timeout. 2:38 to play in the second quarter. Here we up 14-0. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
Football, as you talked about earlier, Troy.
We knew that was going to be a battle. Centerbrook's a really good football team, but yeah, you get anybody coming out of the IVC this year, I don't bet against them. That's a tough league, Matt.
Absolutely.
Tough kids.
Jake mentioned a 19-7 lead for Dalton in the first half in their contest.
That's a big one there. We could be headed for a collision next week, Dalton, Garaway.
That would be a fun one, no doubt about it. As the Pirates will approach the line of scrimmage, will have a 3rd and 8 from their own 47-yard line. 2:38 to play in the half. Empty backfield, 3 split wide to the right, 2 split wide to the left. Grady Miller is in the shotgun. He'll get the snap. Miller. Stutter step, he'll take it down to the 50. Miller, pass midfield, go to the 45. Miller slams his way to the 40, thrown down at that 40-yard line. Grady Miller, he lowered her shoulder, he threw that defender down. First down on the carry for 13 yards, Grady Miller.
Great decision by Miller. He had nowhere to go with the football, saw the open field, took off, and wow, did he deliver a hit. And I think he ran over Mikey Proctor. That's not easy to do.
No, it is not. 14-yard carry by the quarterback for the first down at the 39 of Crestview. Snap, Miller dropping back, rolls to his right side. Miller gets the pass off, short pass going to be a grab by Fry to the 35, tripped up at the 33-yard line, a 6-yard completion.
Yeah, love that play right there. Fry just rolled out with Miller, come to the right side, he dumped it over there. That's a great play on first down.
Call that 7 yards, in fact, to the 32-yard line. Second down and 3 from that 32 in Crestview territory. Pirates on the move once again. 2 split wide left, 1 off to the right side, Fries in the backfield. Snap to Miller, dropping back. Miller looking. Steps into the pocket. Miller tucks it into the 30 and thrown down as he dives his way past the first down marker. That's at the 27, 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
So this passing game is really starting to work well. It's starting to soften up that middle, and that's allowing Miller now the room to take off and run. He's putting the football down and picking up yards on the ground. Garaway on the move.
5 yards on that run by the quarterback. In fact, 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. 2 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. Fries in the backfield behind Grady Miller. Snap to Miller, dropping back. Miller. Pass hit as he threw it. Going to be a leaping grab by Mikey Yoder. Did he hold on to it? Yes!
What a catch.
What a catch by Mikey Yoder to the 2-yard line.
He went way up over the defender, Ethan Kane. Kane had him covered like a blanket. What a catch by Yoder. Wow.
And the pass by Grady Miller as he's hit getting rid of that ball.
He has showed some serious poise standing in that pocket tonight. He's taking some hits, but he's delivering strikes.
24-yard pass completion for the first down at the 3-yard line. So you'll see the diesel package here, as we've seen so many times when they get near that end zone. 1:10 and counting. We're in the second quarter. Pirates have it first in goal at the 3-yard line.
The big bodies are in there.
There's the diesel. Under center, Grady Miller. The snap, hand off Fry. Fry straight ahead, goes into the end zone, touchdown. Matthew Fry, a 3-yard touchdown run.
Running right behind Colson Keller. We got a flag for some extracurriculars, and I think they're going to get the Rebels on that. Colson Keller.
Maybe a little frustration kind of setting in. See what they decide to call here, as you mentioned, with that flag.
Well, Colson Keller was the first back through, and he just blew a hole wide open on that right side.
He did. On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Well, thanks, Matt. We're taking the officials talking about some stuff right now, and it was getting chippy early on in that, or late on in that first quarter, I should say. There was some pushing and shoving, so would not be surprised to see maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty come out on one of these teams. And I think you're going to Jason Wallick. This is going to go against the Rebels.
Indeed, it is. So they'll call that a touchdown. they'll apply that on the kickoff, it looks like. So indeed, Fry will get that 3-yard touchdown run. His first of the night. Up to 38 yards rushing on the night is Matthew Fry. That'll be his 22nd touchdown run on the year. Thomas Grimm now for the PAT try. The snap, the hold, and the kick. Grant will punch it through. 54 seconds to play in the half. Garaway out on top, 21-0 over Crestview. This is Playoff Football on WKLM.
Visit Walnut Creek Cheese with locations in Walnut Creek and Berlin, where you will find the largest selection of cheese, meats, bulk foods, and baking ingredients. For over 30 years, Walnut Creek Cheese has provided Ohio's Amish country with delicious food. Everything Walnut Creek Cheese makes comes from the freshest natural ingredients possible and goes from their kitchen straight to yours. While you are visiting Walnut Creek Cheese, stop in and see the Mud Valley Cafe, located in the upper level of the store. Stop in today.
Hungry for a great lunch spot? Then stop in all this month at McKelvey's Pub in downtown Millersburg. Now open for lunch Tuesday through Friday starting 11 a.m. and Saturdays at noon. Wednesdays? Oh yeah, get $1 off wings and select drinks and $2 off burgers. Craving pizza? Grab a slice. Yes, they're selling it by the slice now. Plus tasty appetizers and a new pizza special every day. 14 TVs, cold drinks, and hot food. It's all happening at McKelvey's Pub, 196 West Jackson Street, Millersburg. Make your next stop at McKelvey's.
Pirates right now up 21-0. In that time, a 7-play drive, 55 yards, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the drive. Matthew Fry, a 3-yard touchdown scamper, and Garaway in command of this first half, Troy.
I think that might have been one of the most important scores they've had here in this game, because we said that last 4th down out there for Columbiana, they were due to get the ball back, but Garaway goes down and scores, makes it a 3-possession game now. Change the complex immediately.
Of course, that penalty enforced on the kickoff on that scoring that touchdown run by Fry. So we kick this ball off at the 45 of Crestview. Thomas Grimm starts towards the ball. He'll send it in over end. He'll pound it. It looks like going to be into the end zone for the touchback. And it'll be Crestview ball. And, of course, update from Bryce Haynes. It is a 20-14 Centerburg lead now over Ridgewood in that first half. But, again, a good ball game over there.
That's a Donnybrook over there, Matt. My goodness.
No doubt. Crestview ball at their own 20-yard line. This is where we talked about, Croy, with a Garaway team that's used to winning this time of year. Crestview, not as much. And you got to wonder if some of that doubt kind of creeps in when you're down 21-0 now in the first half.
Yeah, looking at the body language of that Crestview side, they're not quite sure what hit them, Matt. They're going to need to regroup at halftime. But give Garaway credit. What a good game plan to come out here, and they've taken it to them early.
Rebels have it at their own 20. Wide receiver split wide to the left. 2 wide receivers off to the right side. Nolings in the shotgun. Proctor's in the backfield just behind him. The snap. Handoff. Proctor straight ahead. And bounces out to the 22. Thrown down at about that 22-yard line. Maybe about the 23. About a 3-yard carry for Proctor.
And Grimm stuck his hat in there, got his second tackle of the night. Grimm quietly having a big game here for Garaway tonight.
2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Final 30 seconds to play in the half. All Pirates in Week 12 Regional Quarterfinal Football, Division VI, Region 21. Nolings in the shotgun, the snap. Hey enough, again, Proctor straight ahead, hit at the 25. He dives his way out to the 27-yard line. Again, gain of about 4 yards on that play as we go down to the final 10 seconds of the half.
And Colson Keller got the tackle right there, and that might do it for the first half.
2-1, and that indeed will do it. Halftime score and playoff action, Week 12 from Rebel Stadium. It's Garaway 21 and Crestview nothing. Back around with more here at halftime. After this on WKLM.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Time for Rebel Stadium. Garaway out on top, 21-0 over Crestview. Now for the sounds of the Garaway High School Marching Band.
Some of the most fly hits of the 1990s. Come kick it with the Marching Pirates as we bring you Belle Biv DeVoe's 1990 smash hit, Poison. This next tune was released in 1991. It launched grunge into the mainstream and became a Gen X anthem. Don your flannels and your ripped jeans and sing along to Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. Throw your hands up in the air and wave them around like you just don't care. As we close tonight's show with a 1997 hit from the Backstreet Boys, featuring a dance choreographed by our seniors. This is Everybody.
And that's the sounds of the Garaway High School Marching Band. I'll be back right after this.
Sutherland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated is proud to be a part of this Garaway broadcast. At Sutherland Brothers, they offer sand, gravel, topsoil and fill dirt, mason sand, and concrete sand. They are open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5, Saturdays from 7 to noon, and closed on holidays. Call 330-756-2244. That's 330-756-2244. Located on Sunland Road Northwest in Beach City. Sunland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated. Men with true grit.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
To nothing over Crestview, and Garaway got the first score of the game that came with 3:23 to play in the first quarter. It would happen on this play. Snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Miller, pass. Here's not going to be caught. Touchdown to the right side corner of the end zone. Trey Miller, indeed. He came through. Trey Miller with his first touchdown grab of the year, and a nice pass to that right corner by Grady Miller. That was a 5-yard touchdown pass by Grady Miller. A 14-play drive, 57 yards, 5 minutes and 12 seconds on that first score in the drive. It was actually their second drive of the first quarter, and Garaway led it 7-0 after one. The Pirates would add on to that score with 9:09 to play in the second quarter on this play. Miller in the shock of the snap. Play action, rolls to his left side. Pass to the end zone, going to be caught. Touchdown, Jackson Garber to the left back corner of the end zone. 13-yard touchdown strike, Miller to Jackson Garber. Grady Miller's second touchdown pass in the ballgame, now up to 24 touchdown passes on the year. Garber, with his 7th touchdown reception of the year, came on a 12-play drive, 58 yards, 3 minutes and 30 seconds on that drive, and Garaway had a 14-0 lead. Then the Pirates would score again with 54 seconds to play in the second quarter on this play. The snap, hand-off Fry. Fry straight ahead, goes into the end zone, touchdown. Matthew Fry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And Fry, his 22nd touchdown run of the year, and Garaway a commanding lead at halftime. They lead at 21-0 over Crestview. Winner of this game will take on either 6th-ranked Downton or 3rd-ranked Columbia. That'll be next Friday in the regional semifinals. C2 will have more to come at halftime after this on WKLM.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
If you're a business, organization, school, or individual in need of custom embroidery or screen printing, call Albers Advertising in Sugar Creek at 330-231-0311. Whether you need shirts embroidered for a family reunion, vacations, sports teams, or logo embroider for your business, Albers Advertising is the place to go. Give them a call, 330-231-0311. That's Albers Advertising in Sugar Creek.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal, and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
It is halftime in Division VI Region 21 regional quarterfinal playoff football from Rebel Stadium, and Garaway out on top 21-0 over Crestview. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the stats here at halftime here on screen. As the first half stats looking at Garaway, 35 plays from the line of scrimmage. Crestview had 18 plays from the line of scrimmage in the first half. The Pirates had 11 first downs, just 2 first downs for the Rebels in that first half. For Garaway, they had 16 carries, a net total of 61 yards rushing in the first half. half. Leading the way for them was Matthew Fry, who had 12 carries for 38 yards. He also had his 22nd touchdown run of the year in that second quarter. Quarterback Grady Miller also had 4 carries for 23 yards. For Crestview, they had 11 carries, a net total of just 20 yards rushing in that first half for them. Jake Nolan, their quarterback, had 5 carries for 11 yards, and running back Mikey Proctor had 6 carries for 9 yards in the first half. Passing-wise, Grady Miller for the Pirates going 12 of 19 passing for 118 yards in the first half. He also had 2 touchdown passes. He, of course, would connect in that first half with Trey Miller as well as Jackson Garber. On the other end, for Jake Nolan for Crestview, he would in that first half go 5 for 7 passing, just 21 yards in the first half. In all, Garaway had 179 yards of offense. Crestview had 41 yards in the first half. Garaway 1 penalty, 5 yards. The Rebels had 3 penalties for 35 yards. Halftime score, Garaway 21 and Crestview nothing. And Troy Fritz has a look at the first half defensive numbers.
Thank you very much, Matt. For Columbiana on that side, they would be led by Bo Gillian. Their linebacker would have 6 tackles on the evening thus far. Mikey Proctor would have 4 tackles. Dylan Stauffer adds 3 on that side of the ball. Josh Smith with 2, along with Ethan Kane getting 2 tackles. And then it was Kyle Booth with 1 and Shane Bacon with 1. Caden McElhaney, got that name right this time. He's got 1 tackle on the night. Wyatt Hart has 1 as well. On the other side for Garaway, it's been the defensive ends for them doing the damage tonight. Colson Keller with 4 tackles on the night coming from that right side to lead the way for the Garaway Pirates. Dylan King has 2 tackles from that other end on the right end. Brody Shaw with 1, Wyatt Gordon with 1, Cooper Gins has 2, Thomas Grimm with 2, Wyatt Reifensteiner doing a great job in that safety position. He's got 2 solo tackles on the night, and Wyatt Miller has 2 on the inside from that linebacker position. Time of possession, Matt, 14 minutes and 50 seconds for Garaway in that first half, just 9-10 for the Rebels.
Big difference there, Troy. Thank you. Halftime score, Garaway out on top 21-0 over Crestview. Back with hopefully a conversation with Jason Wallick coming up here at halftime after this on WKLM.
When you work the land, you know out there in some far corner of a field, there's an old steel fence post that has your number. And that's when you should have ours. We're your certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. And when you need service, give us a call. We're specially trained and equipped to handle all your on-farm, in-field tire repair and replacement needs.
Call Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39 Millersburg, for your farm tire needs.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
Halftime score, Garaway in control, up 21-0 over this Crestview team. And the winner will move on to the regional semifinals against either 6th-ranked Downton or 3rd-ranked Columbia. And Downton, last we knew, they had the lead going into halftime in that contest. So it could be a Garaway-Downton game next week, but obviously they have to get through this one first. But the Garaway defense allowing just 41 yards to the Crestview offense in the entire first half, Troy.
Yeah, what an impressive outing by this Garaway defense in the first half. And you remember, Columbiana is going to get the football here to start the second half. So I think this drive right here, this opening possession, could set the tone for the rest of the game. If Garaway gets a stop, goes down and scores, this game's over, Matt.
That's going to be a huge possession, no question about that. Again, just about ready for the start of the second half. Garaway kind of waited late to come out onto the field here to start this third quarter, so doesn't look like we'll get a chance to get Jason Wallick more than likely. But we'll get things underway here momentarily. Matt Croy alongside with you. Troy Fritz, of course, our color commentator, and Jake Seidel, our sideline reporter for tonight's broadcast. Michael Hammond's back at the studio. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Still got, I guess, another 3 minutes here before we start this second half. We'll put more time on the clock, and that will allow us to get Jason Wallick and get him down to Jake Seidel right now with head coach Jason Wallick on the field.
Thanks, Matt. Coach, your passing attack has been effective so far today. Some big catches from Micah Yoder to help set up some scores tonight.
Yeah, we've run the ball effectively, just to keep them honest, and Grady's done a great job staying in the pocket and delivering the ball even when he's getting hit.
Coach, your defense holding, the Rebels to 41 yards in that first half. What did you say to them about the second half?
It's 48 minutes. We got 24 to go.
24 to go. Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Matt.
Jake, thank you. Again, this game being video live stream as well on WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. It's Bryce Haynes producing tonight's live stream coverage, and Trevor Lake is working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. Also, update a 20-14 lead at halftime, Centerburg over Ridgewood in that contest. Halftime score here, 21-0 in favor of Garaway. Back with the second half after this on WKLM.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Home Sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
Beware of the terrifyingly good deals haunting every aisle at Rody's IGA this week.
Terrifying? Like ghosts in the meat department again?
No, just killer prices. Sink your teeth into USDA-inspected boneless pork loin chops for $2.98 a pound. And Prairie Fresh seasoned pork loin filet, only $7.98.
That's a scream. What else is lurking?
USDA choice boneless beef sirloin medallions, $10.98 a pound. Square table Hormel entrees, $6.98, and Bob Evans mashed potatoes, $4.98.
Those prices are to die for.
Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg, where the savings go bump in the cart.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Just about ready for the start of the second half. Garaway out on top, 21-0 over Crestview. And you heard Jason Wallick talk about that halftime here. Still got this second half to go here, so certainly Garaway not looking at any let-up here as we go into this third quarter.
He answered that just like a 25-year veteran, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
48 minutes, Jake. We got 48 minutes to play.
Just like he's been there before.
No letdown from this Garaway team.
Thomas Grimm will place that ball down, getting set for the kickoff. Wind has subsided a little bit. I don't want to say too much here. I'll make it mad.
It flares up every time we talk.
Grimm with the kick. End over end goes to the far side of the field. It'll take a bounce out near the 20. Return from the 20 out to the 25. Center step out to the 15. That's Ethan Kane. He'll be slammed his way to the 31-yard line. On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Thanks, Matt. Taking a look at some out-of-town scores as we get out of halftime. Indian Valley up 28-7 on Circleville. Shelby all over the Orville Red Riders, 30-0 at the half. Downton leading Columbia 27-7. Centerburg leading Ridgewood 20-14. Malvern and Monroeville tied at 14 at the half. Hillsdale up big against Conotton Valley, 56-0 the halftime lead for the Falcons. Triway leading Fairview 31-7, and Smithville over United at the half, 14-7.
Jake, thank you. It'll be Crestview ball to start off this third quarter of play, going from right to left. Officials blowing the whistle here before they start this drive. 2 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left side. 21-0 Garaway to start the third quarter. Jake Nolan, he's in the shotgun for the Rebels to snap. Jet sweep. He'll be to Proctor to the far side. Tripped up, thrown down at the 31. He couldn't turn the corner. No gain for Mikey Proctor.
Yeah, coming up there on the outside, I believe that was Reifenschneider again. He's had a monster game from the safety position. He's done an excellent job of reading the pass and run, and when he sees run, he closes hard. Big tackle for Reifenschneider.
Yes, it was. No gain and a second down and 10 from that 31-yard line. 2 split wide to the left, 1 split wide to the right. Here's Nolan in the shotgun again. Motion man going from right to left. That's McElhaney. Snap to Nolan, dropping back for a pass. Nolan, pass. Lob pass, near side of the field, going to be a grab to the 35 to 30, dragged out near the 26 to Ethan Kane. Big time pass completion, first down deep in Garaway territory.
Yeah, Ethan Kane and McElhaney were out there on the same side. You had 2 receivers together, and Micah Yoder kind of got lost in the 2 of them. There's a big play, obviously their first big play of the game, Matt.
All the way to the Garaway 27-yard line, the big time pass completion. First and 10 at the 27 to the snap. Hand up, carry. Proctor out to the 25, dumped at about that 24-yard line to be a gain of 3 yards.
Jimenez got the tackle, his first of the night. Remember, Columbiana's got the wind at their back right now, so no surprise they took a shot deep right there with the wind in their favor. They've got to make something happen on this drive.
42 yards on that connection, on that pass. That went from Nolan, of course, to Ethan Kane. Now 2nd and 7 from the 24. Here's the snap. Nolan rolls to his right side. Looking downfield, gets the pass off. Going to be caught. McElhaney to the 15. Dives his way out to the 10. It'll be a first and goal coming up now for Crestview.
Yeah, caught that right in front of Trey Miller. Made a move to the inside. Nice gain.
Got himself all the way to the 9-yard line. And call that a 15-yard pass completion for the first down. 2 first downs on this drive. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Nolan to the shotgun. Gets a step. Nolan straight ahead with the carry. The quarterback hit, and they'll be driven backwards that time by 2 Garaway defenders. Nothing doing.
Jimenez stuck his head in there first, and he got back up over there by nobody else with Colson Keller. Keller's had his nose on the football the whole night.
Loss of a yard to the 10-yard line. Second and goal from the 10. 9:40 and counting, third quarter, opening drive of this third. As you talked about, Troy, a critical drive to start this third quarter for Crestview if you want to stay in this ballgame.
Absolutely it is. They're doing just exactly what they needed to do here.
Second and goal, Nolan on the shotgun, and Proctor's in the backfield. The snap, Nolan dropping back for a pass, under pressure, and gets away from it. He'll be hit, thrown down for a sack out near the 13-yard line.
I love the call by the Garaway defensive coaching staff. They shot Grimm up the middle on a blitz, and then they got a nice second wave of help there. As Nolan made that first tackle miss. But they're going to lose some yards on that play. Great defense there by the Pirates.
Loss of 3 yards back to the 13, going backwards after they got inside the 10. Now third and goal from the 13-yard line. Pirates defense tightening up. Nolan again in the shotgun. 2 split wide left, 1 off to the right side. Snap to Nolan. Play action. Nolan. Pass. End zone is going to be batted away. Incomplete pass, but there's the flag. Going to call a pass interference, I believe, on Micah Yoder.
We'll see what they get here. There was a lot of hand checking going on. The backside official made the call. The closest official called nothing.
And now they're conferring, so we'll see what this call, as you mentioned, is.
Both players are doing a lot of pushing and shoving.
Yoder, of course, didn't think so. We'll see what the official says. Pass interference, indeed it will be on Garaway.
50-50 call.
And that for Garaway would just be their second penalty tonight. Of course, that'll be half the distance to the goal. And spot that one. It looks like at the 7-yard line.
Yes, indeed. It's going to
so it will not be a first down. That's one thing about it. It'll be a third down here. So basically like a 6-yard penalty.
There you go.
So third and goal from the 7 now after that pass interference call. Nolan's in the shotgun. The snap. Nolan straight ahead with the carry. Going to be hit. Thrown down. It'll be a 4th down coming up. They'll throw him down, it looks like, at about the 6-yard line, just a gain of a yard. It'll be 4th and goal from the 6 coming up.
Again, Dylan King from the defensive end position read that well. Closed down that middle. Nothing going for Nolan.
Down 21-0, so obviously going to be going for it here. 8:14 and counting, third quarter. In a huge, huge play right here.
Yes, indeed.
2 split wide right, 2 off to the left side. Proctor's in the backfield. Hard count. Check with Lee to the near sideline. 18 on the play clock. 4th in goal from the 6. Snap. Nolan. Play action. Pass. End zone going to be batted away. Incomplete pass. And they'll turn the ball over on downs.
Braylon Brooks stuck his head in there first. Almost had the interception. In fact, he would have had interception. I think one of his own players knocked it out of his hands, Micah Yoder. But great defensive stand by the Pirates as they're going to hold. And that drive took almost 5 minutes off the clock. And again, they're going to come up empty-handed. The advantage goes back to Garaway.
That is huge, no doubt about it. And the Pirates offense will be back on the field, and with 7:46 to play in this third quarter. So huge defensive stand, and Garaway's going to have this ball.
They had the ball 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and they come up empty-handed.
At their own 6. Miller on the shotgun. Gets a snap. Handoff Fry, straight ahead. It'll be hit as he dives forward out near the 7-yard line. Short gain of about a yard.
Yeah, he got rolled there. He and Masher come up there and made the first hit. Masher looks like he might have a little bit of an attitude right now.
I'm sure.
Trying to fire up his teammates. They need to get something going. They need the football back.
2nd and 9 from the 7-yard line. 7:20 and counting, third quarter. Matt Croy alongside Troy French. Jake Seidel, sideline reporter for tonight's contest. Playoff football action, week 12 from Rebel Stadium. 2 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Miller's in the shotgun. And the snap. Play action, rolls to his left side. Pass, far side going to be caught. Here's Mikey Gunner, stutter step to the 15, goes out of bounds out near the 16-yard line on that pass completion that went for, looks like for about 9 yards.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down there. Love the play call. Micah Yoder just settled out into that weak side left flat, found an opening, got the first down. And once again, Miller delivered a strike. Having a great game is Grady Miller.
Nose of the ball to the 17, call that a 10-yard completion for the first down. 128 yards passing now, Grady Miller tonight. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Pirates had the ball up 21-0. 3 split wide left, 1 off to the right side, and Fry's in the backfield. Snap to Miller. Handoff, Fry straight ahead, gets to the 20. He'll be diving out near the 22-yard line where he finally brought down on about a 5-yard carry.
Hit the seam hard. He got an opening in the middle, and he got up in it quick there. Good 5-yard gain on first down. Tackle made over there by number 58, Dylan Stoffer.
2nd and 5 from the 22-yard line. Pirates had the ball. 6:37 and counting, third quarter. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, we'll be announcing the Mill Creek Diner player of the contest. Mill Creek Diner located at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek. That's the Mill Creek Diner player of the game. Snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Double clutch, gets a pass off, going to be caught. Fry to the 25, to the 30, open field to the 40-yard line. Thrown down out near the 45-yard line. Great decision on the check down by Grady Miller. He found Fry, and he did the rest. First down to the 45.
Boy, Matt, you said it. Great decision there by Grady Miller. Surveyed the field. I think that was his third option out there when he found Fry out in the flat. Good field vision there. He had his head on a swivel. Garaway in business now, moving the ball out of their own shadow.
22 yards on that completion to the 44-yard line. Miller up to 150 yards passing now tonight. First and 10. And that was the 13th first down tonight for Garaway, their second of this drive. 2 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. Backs of the offset eye. Snap to Miller. And play action. It's a pass off deep middle of the field, going to be held on to. No, incomplete. Did he hold on to it?
He did not.
Incomplete pass to Trey Miller, but a nice pass by Miller. Almost he will slip it in there.
Yeah, Trey Miller did a good job going up after that and almost come down with a catch. Great effort. Give defense a credit there. Kyle Booth had the coverage, knocked it out of his hands.
2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. All Pirates so far tonight, but again, chance to really put a stamp on it on this drive. 2 split wide left, 1 split wide to the right side. Backs to the offset eye, Miller's in the shotgun. And the snap, handoff, Fry, straight ahead, has the room down to the 50. It'll be breaking the tackles, he dives past midfield and finally thrown down out near the 47 of Crestview. Is now good for about 9 yards on that carry, just shy, I believe, of a first down.
Yeah, the first 5 yards was a hole wide open. He got those second 4 yards on his own with second effort. Boy, Fry does not go down easy. He's a runner.
Now up to 53 yards rushing tonight for Fry on 15 carries, but brings up third in just a yard.
You got to think, Matt Garaway moving the ball on the other side of the field. This is probably 2 down territory the way they played defense.
I would say so as well.
Diesel.
Here's the Diesel package. Under center, Grady Miller. The snap, handoff Fry, straight ahead. He gets the first down to the 45 and thrown down. That's all he needed, though, is he gets 2 yards out of that. They needed 1. 1st and 10, Pirates.
Matt, I think you and I could run behind Colson Keller and Thomas Grimm. Those 2 big boys out there, and they move some people out of the way.
Yes, they do indeed. Make that first down number 14.
I think you can run behind him. I'm not going to do it.
Maybe Seidel. We'll put Seidel out there.
Well, Jake's down there giving comments in my ear. Jake, you and I will never race again. Don't even ask.
Got to cook something else up for the Classic of the Country this year.
It's not going to be a foot race, Matt.
At the 45, 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Spread formation, empty backfield. 3 split wide left, 2 out to the right side. Snap to Miller. Miller takes it himself straight ahead, bounces around, this time hit, and he'll be thrown down. That time nothing doing, a loss of a yard to the 46.
Yeah, didn't fool anybody there. Bo Jillian from that middle linebacker position. He's had a great game over there for the Rebels. He made the tackle. And that's going to be tackle number 7 on the evening for Jillian.
4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Brings up 2nd down and 11. 2 split wide to the right, 1 split wide to the left. Backs to the offset eye. Miller's in the shotgun. And the snap, dropping back. Miller gets a pass to the middle of the field, going to be caught. Jackson Garber to the 30-yard line, to the outside, to the 25, 20, down to the 15, finally thrown down for a first down out near the 14-yard line, Jackson Garber.
Got their athlete, the ball in space, got the catch over the middle of the field, and he broke to the outside. What a nice catch and run by Jackson Garber. Garaway on the move.
31 yards on that completion to the 15-yard line. And now 181 yards passing tonight, Grady Miller, 1st and 10 from the 15. It seems like whenever they need a big play, they've gotten the big play tonight.
They have indeed. This Garaway coaching staff has dialed up the right call at the right time all night long. And better yet, the Pirates are executing, Matt.
Certainly are. 2 split wide left, 1 split wide to the right side. That's Trey Miller and the shotgun Miller, the snap. Handoff. Here's Fry out to the 10, to the 5. Makes a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Matthew Fry. One hit doesn't bring him down. A 15-yard touchdown run for Matthew Fry.
Handed him the ball running downhill, and man, he got ahead of steam. You're not going to bring him down when he's running like that. Garaway in control.
Matthew Fry, the 15-yard touchdown run. And he's now up to 70 yards on the night. But a big drive for him as well for the Pirates. And, well, you talked about it, really, that first part of this third quarter always kind of being a big difference. So we've seen exactly going to Garaway's favor.
Well, it did. I'm sure they didn't want to get down and have to stop them on their goal line the way they did, but Garaway did get that stop as they needed to do, and, boy, they're in business.
Entering on the field, we'll take a timeout. Back after this. This is Playoff Football on WKLM.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
We're ready for the PAT try. Thomas Grimm out there. Thomas Grimm came in to this game at 44-52 on PATs on the year. He's been perfect so far tonight. 3 for 3 in that first half.
He's come a long ways, Matt. Early in the year, he was having trouble getting the ball through the goalpost. He's a bona fide kicker now.
Absolutely. Waiting the snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's going to be knocked through by, they're going to say no good, excuse me. Looked good for me, but I guess not.
I thought it was good from here, too.
Wide right, 27-0 lead, though, for Garaway with 3:23:8 to play in the third quarter. This is high school football, WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Kicks away in, we're going to be grabbed at the 18, return down to the 25. Middle of the field be shoved out near the 28, thrown down out near that 29-yard line. On that return that time was Hayden Davis.
It was indeed. Grimm got the tackle.
Shout out to our buddy Daryl Mutcha-Canals. Not able to be here tonight, but Mutch has been with us throughout the season. And Mutch, hope you're doing well, listening back at home. And obviously the Pirates doing a pretty good job for Daryl here tonight.
Much, just that'll make your hip feel better, buddy. Hope you're doing well at home. We miss you.
Absolutely. Spot that ball at the 28-yard line for the Rebels. All Garaway up 27-0, looking to move on to the regional semifinals. This would be the 7th consecutive year they've done that, able to go on and get this win. Empty backfield for Jake Nolan to snap. Nolan straight ahead with the carry, gets to the 30, and he spun around, thrown down at that 30-yard line, and a short 2-yard carry.
Dylan King again. Listen, you can unwind this game plan here for Garaway, but these defensive ends have drawn some serious assignments tonight despite the quarterback, and they've done a great job.
They've been terrific. 2nd and 8 now from the 30-yard line. Check with me to the near sideline for the Rebels. 3 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. Nolan in the shotgun. The snap. Nolan rolls right. Gets the pass off, going to be incomplete pass. Hit the hands of the intended wide receiver. Couldn't hang on to it. That was Keenan McElhenney out near the 36.
Yeah, and that was Wyatt Reifenschneider again coming up from some safety position to knock that loose. He has just had an outstanding ball game. He has read the field as well as I've seen him all year long tonight.
It'd be hard as an offensive player not to be hearing footsteps when you're around this Garaway defense.
Absolutely. I mean, they come at you and they come hard. They've got great closing speed.
3rd and 8 from the 30. And this is a Crestview team that came in averaging 40.5 points per game. And they give up just 9 a game.
Yeah. Wow. Impressive performance here by the Pirates.
2 off to the left and 2 receivers off to the right side. Nolan in the shotgun. The snap. Nolan dropping back. Under pressure, gets a pass off. Going to be incomplete pass. Almost picked off. Then it hit the hands of the receiver. That was Hayden Davis. He didn't grab it. And it'll be incomplete pass just past the 40.
Boy, Jimenez is just kicking himself right now. I think that had pick 6 written all over it. Went right through his hands. But great defense by Jimenez. And here we go again. 4th and long for the Rebels.
It looks like the punting unit is going to be on the field there for them. And Danny Novak, the freshman punter, will be standing at about the 18-yard line. Trey Miller back to return about the Garaway 39. There's a snap. Good snap. And it'll be punted away. High. Short kick out near the 41 and returned by Miller to the 50. And he's past midfield. He slams his way out near the 47-yard line, thrown down near the 46.
Paxton Taggart made the tackle there, but Trey Miller, nice return on the punt, moves it across midfield for the Pirates.
Indeed, Garaway will have it. So spot this ball, looks like about the 46 of Crestview. So once again, excellent starting field position for Garaway. Actually spotted at the 47, it looks like. 2:31 remaining. We're in the 3rd quarter. Garaway a 27-0 lead over Crestview. 2 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. And Grady Miller's in the shotgun. Fry just behind him. Snap to Miller. Hand off Fry, straight ahead, down to the 45, to the 40, down to the 35. Weaves his way to the 30. Makes a tackle down to the 26, to the 25. Finally thrown down out near that 25-yard line. Matthew Fry zagging his way, that time to a 25-yard run for a first down.
And he broke 4 tackles on the play to get to where he did. Tackles made by number 29 for the Rebels.
Indeed, spot that a 25, should say 22-yard run for Fry on that carry. He's up now to 92 yards rushing on the night.
And that offensive line just blew a hole wide open in the middle. He could run through there easy.
16th first down tonight for the Pirates. 1st and 10 from the Crestview 25-yard line. Diesel package here. Under center, Grady Miller. The snap, hand off Fry, straight ahead. And this time hit, and he bounces the outside, still going as he rams his way out near the 23, thrown out of bounds near the 22-yard line.
Boy, Dylan Stauffer had him wrapped up in the backfield. He's saying, what do I got to do to bring this kid down?
Never easy to do that. It's about that ball about the 23, but a hard-fought 2-yard carry. So 2nd and 8 now from the 23-yard line. 1:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, under center is Grady Miller. Wing T formation here under and behind him is Matthew Fry in the backfield. The snap. Fumble snap, there's the pitch, goes to Fry. Got it to him at the last second. He grabbed it and then thrown down. He had no gain at the 23, but they're probably fortunate to get that.
What a heads-up play there by Miller. He lost that. Yeah. Got it back as he was falling down, pitched it off to Fry. That could have been disastrous. But it's been that kind of night for Garaway. Everything is just really going their way.
You kind of mentioned it too, Grady Miller, just a sophomore here, and you kind of marvel not just how good he is, but that just the trust that Jason Wallick and this Garaway coaching team kind of puts into his hands.
You know, they've done that since early in the season. It became pretty apparent he was going to be a great quarterback, and they've really turned him loose.
Here's the snap. Dropping back. Miller looking. Tucks it in. Now the pass. Middle field going to be through the hands of Cumberly. He hit his hands, but it couldn't hold on to it. Right just inside the 10-yard line. He would have walked to the end zone, but incomplete pass.
Yeah, Cumberly would like to have that one back there. Miller just threw a laser in the middle. Man, that ball was spot on.
Again, that's had the check down. Receiver wasn't open initially. He found him.
That was his second option.
So now 4th and 8 from the 23. 4th down territory. 3 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Defense almost jumping. Hard count. Play clock at 12 seconds. Check with E to the far sideline. Down to 8. And the snap, Miller. Here's a pass middle. They're going to be caught by Garber. Inside the 10, thrown down out near the 7-yard line. Jackson Garber on that pass completion. 16 yards, first and goal coming up.
Yeah, Garber quietly having a big game here as well. Again, did a great job with his route. Found that open seam right in the middle, settled in there, and Miller delivered a strike. Josh Smith got the tackle.
Spot that actually at the 5-yard line. So call that 18 yards on that pass completion for the first down. First and goal for the 5. The snap. Handoff right, straight ahead. Hit and spun around, thrown down at about the 4-yard line. Call that a gain of a yard on that carry for Fry.
Mikey Proctor in the middle, linebacker. Got the stop. I'm sure they don't want Garaway to put any more points on the board here. They're going to try and buckle down.
And that'll be looks like they'll let the clock run down at the end of this third quarter. The final 14 seconds at the end of 3. It's Garaway 27 and Crestview nothing. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your 3-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Second and goal from the 4-yard line for the Pirates. Chance to add on to this lead here to begin the 4th. It'll be Trey Miller split wide left. 2 receivers off to the right side. Grady Miller's in the shotgun. And Fry just to the left of him. Kummerly just ahead of those 2 guys. Motion man going right to left the snap. Jet sweep. Here's the carry up to the near side of the 10. Curves to the 5. Going to be diving just shy of the pylon on that dive attempt there on that jet sweep. They got that, I believe, to Micah Yoder.
They did indeed. Caden McElhinney, he came across from that weak side to get the stop. Probably saved the touchdown.
Little shovel pass on that jet sweep. But he ends up 3rd and goal now. And spot that. It looks like at the 2-yard line.
And it looks like they're bringing that diesel package onto the field.
Good time for it. 3rd and goal from the 2. Miller just over the 200-yard passing mark now tonight. Indeed, it is the diesel. Grady Miller under center. The snap. Handoff. Now play action instead. Gets the pass off to the end zone. Going to be, is that intercepted?
It was indeed.
It is picked off, indeed, by Ethan Kane.
Well, Miller would like to have that one back.
Try to surprise him after that diesel package play. But the pick, that'll be for Grady Miller, his 3rd interception of the year. It'll attend to the injured player. 11:48 to play 4th quarter, 27-0 Garaway. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Ethan Kane, the injured player, after he got the interceptions, are going to help him off to the near sideline. So hate to see that from him, but obviously he made a big play here. And, of course, Crestview down 27-0, but still fighting out there.
Well, they're playing hard. Kane has had a great night out there. Senior cornerback. They're going to miss him on the field. And he went down pretty hard after that. I don't know if it's a shoulder. Looks like they're holding that right shoulder.
So Rebels offense will be on the field after that pick in the end zone, so they'll have it at their own 20-yard line. All Garaway up 27-0, though, just into the fourth quarter. Noling's in the shotgun. Backs are split. The snap. Handoff. Proctor to the outside out near the 24. Spun around and thrown down just shy of that 25-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on that carry.
Braylon Brooks did a great job coming in low, and he upended Proctor after that short gain. Textbook tackling out there by Brooks.
Mikey Proctor, 9 carries, just 16 yards on the ground tonight. 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. 11:23 and counting in the fourth quarter. Nolan in the shotgun, the snap. He'll keep it. Nolan to the outside. Navigates his way past the 25. Hits himself past the 30. Thrown down for a first down out near the 32-yard line. 8 yards on that carry by quarterback Jake Nolan.
And Wyatt Miller eventually got the tackle, but there was a good run by Nolan. A rare first down tonight by the Rebels.
Up to 18 yards rushing for Nolan tonight. 5th first down in all for Crestview tonight. 11 minutes to play. We're in the fourth quarter. All Garaway. Downton in command in their game as well. So certainly looking closer to be that Garaway-Downton matchup next week. The snap handoff straight ahead. Here's Proctor. Out to the 35, to the 38, to the 40. Finally thrown down near the 41. Mikey Proctor, a 9-yard carry in the first down.
Jimenez hit him first, but Wyatt Reifenschneider came in to clean up to get the assist on the tackle.
Mikey picked up 9, 2nd down and 1.
First and 10 from the 41-yard line on that 9-yard carry by Proctor. But certainly still no hurry for the offense, it looks like, on this drive for Crestview. 2 split off to the right side. The snap, Nolan. Hand off Proctor. He gets his way out to the 44 and breaks a tackle to the 50. Pass midfield, finally thrown down out near the Garaway 49-yard line. Another 10 yards, another first down for Proctor.
And that's the kind of running we expected to see out of them all night. Again, Reifenschneider gets the tackle from the safety position. You don't want your safety making a lot of tackles out there when they're running that deep. That's not a good sign.
Absolutely. First and 10. Again, just past midfield on that 10-yard carry. And again, check with me to the near sideline. Nolan in that shotgun. Backs are split. Wide receiver split to each side of the snap. Handoff. Carried by Proctor. Navigates away to the 47 where he's going to be thrown down. And for a short 2-yard carry.
Grimm hit him in the middle first, but there was great backside pursuits coming from that right side as Wyatt Gordon was given chase from the backside.
They're kind of telling down 27-0, Troy, and they're keeping this ball on the ground. And we've seen when they drop back for a pass, the Garaway defense have had all kinds of pressure really all night long.
Absolutely. You know, you can tell that this team has not had to play from behind all year just by the deliberate style of offense they're playing.
No doubt. The snap. Here's Nolan dropping back for a pass this time. Pass deep, middle of the field, receiver open. It's going to be intercepted.
Micah Yoder
Good job by him, the kind of closing down. Receiver was open, but he closed the gap quickly.
Boy, Micah Yoder, did he ever. That gives him 4 interceptions now on the year. And that pass was open, Matt. You just said it, but Micah Yoder come out of nowhere to close, and they get the turnover back. Big one by Garaway.
Indeed. And the Pirates going to have the ball with 9:01 to go. Up 27-0 back after this. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
Jackson Garber, who was well covered out near that 40-yard line.
That was really a good toss there. He wanted Garber to release from the receiver and turn it upfield. If he'd done that, he was going to walk into the end zone. So, Grady Miller just continues to impress me, the way he is surveying the field and the things he's seeing, Matt.
Makes the smart decisions.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 10 from the 13. 2 split wide left, 2 split wide to the right side. Hard count, the snap. Handoff right straight ahead, darts his way to the 20. Still going to the 25. Down to the 30, drags his way past the 30-yard line, thrown down out near the 31. 18-yard carry and a first down.
Fry did a great job hitting that hole low, but his head was up, saw the field, couple good moves, what a run.
See, his knee was down at the 28-yard line, so a 15-yard carry for Fry. And quietly up to 110 yards rushing now for Fry tonight.
Having a strong game.
8:35 and counting. Garaway in command in this one. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. 2 split wide left, 2 off to the right side. Fry in the backfield behind Grady Miller. And the hard count, the snap. Handoff Fry straight ahead, and he'll be out to the 30. He'll dive his way out to the 31-yard line, it looks like. It'll be a gain of about 3 yards.
Dylan Stauffer got the tackle. That's number 7 on the night for him, leading tackle now for the Rebels. Fry continues to chew up yardage on the ground. Garaway will be content just to keep this clock moving, run this ball game out.
Call that a 4-yard carry to the 32. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, we'll be announcing the Mill Creek Diner player of the game. And that player will receive a $25 gift card from Mill Creek Diner, located at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek. That's the Mill Creek Diner player of the contest.
Some of that diner would sound real good right now, Matt.
Pretty good stuff. Stop by there today. Here's a snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Pass, middle of the field, going to be knocked away by McElhaney. Almost got an interception on that pass intended for Micah Yoder.
Yeah, great defensive play there by McElhaney.
On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Well, thanks, Matt. You were talking Micah Yoder. That pass was intended for him. He had to go back and play defensive back there for a moment. Just a great read by the Rebels, able to see where that ball was going, but Yoder able to get back there and knock it away and keep Miller from having his second pick of the night.
Injury on the field will take a timeout. A 27-0 Garaway lead. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House. Join us Thursday, November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Buckeye Career Center. Tour our 35 programs, meet our instructors, and learn how you can earn real-world skills for your future career. Enjoy a complimentary meal and be the first to apply for next school year when our application goes live at 5:30 p.m. at BuckeyeCareerCenter.org. We'll also host an alumni gathering in the Joe Carlisle Marketplace. Join us November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House.
Flag on Garaway. They back that one up. Looks like the ball is spotted at the 22-yard line. So a holding call, I believe, on the Pirates from the 32 to the 22. 3rd and 16 from the 22-yard line. And the snap to Miller. Gets the handoff. Fry center stepped out to the 25 and gets himself to the outside out near the 30. Recently ran out of bounds. Looks like right at that 30-yard line. Gain of 8 yards on that carry. We're going to bring up, though, a 4th down.
They had to run him out of bounds. He wouldn't go down on his own. Tackle was made out there by number 4, McElhaney.
Should say the 3rd down after that penalty. So actually a 3rd down play. And coming up here for Garaway on that 8-yard carry. 122 yards rushing for Fry. 3rd and 8 now from the 30-yard line. Here's a snap. Miller dropping back. Pass. Middle field going to be a diving grab attempt. Coomer Lee couldn't come up with the ball. And that low pass out near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, ball underthrown just a little bit, but good effort by Cumberley trying to get down there and get it, scoop it low.
So punting situation it will look like for the Pirates with 7:14 to play. Jake letting us know that Hillsdale got a 63-6 victory. Hillsdale did over Conotton Valley tonight. They're moving on again into the playoffs.
That's going to be a tough one for anybody to go through against Hillsdale.
Another outstanding season for them. Thomas Grimm out to punt it. He'll be standing at the 17 to get the snap. He'll grab it. He'll punt it away. Seals high kick, long kick out near the 30. A nice punt, rolls out of the 20, all the way to the 15 and back to the 16-yard line where the Pirates will pounce on top of it. On the field now, the Jake Seidel.
Well, I was going to give you scores, Matt, but a flag has come in, and I think we might have had some more extracurriculars, so they sort that out. I'll let you know. Indian Valley now up on Circleville, 48-14. Dalton leading Columbia 27-7. Centerburg leading Ridgewood 28-41. Monroeville now leading Malvern 21-14. They're in the 4th. Smithville has extended their lead. They lead by 8 over Hanoverton United 21-13. Triway leading Fairview 32-7, and Girard leading Manchester 14-7. And it looks like another personal foul going to be going against the Rebels.
We've seen a few of those here in the second half. As the Pirates have taken control, so I'm going to back them up quite a bit.
They're frustrated down there, Matt. They haven't been on this end of it yet this year.
Yeah, it's definitely not used to this, that's for sure.
Garaway has just had their way with this Rebel team right from the opening.
4th penalty, 50 yards and all for them tonight.
Yeah.
They spot it way back at their own 5-yard line. Crestview with the ball. Snap to Noling. Handoff, Proctor. Proctor to the outside to the 10. He'll be tripped up as he dives his way out near the 12-yard line from the 9. Goes for a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Braylon Brooks again making the tackle on Proctor. That's a kid you want to hit low because he brings it to you when he's carrying the football.
Yeah, we've seen him have some nice carries here in this 4th quarter, up to 40 yards on 13 carries tonight. 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line. 6.5 to play. And backs are split, Nolan in the shock of the snap. Handoff. And the carry and met by a host of defenders. And Proctor out near that 13-yard line, maybe a gain of a yard.
Easton Pope got his hat in there for Garaway, getting some action now.
And Garaway will be fine, content with these running plays with up 27-0, 6 minutes to play.
Absolutely.
3rd and 6. Spread formation here with 3 split wide to the right.
No urgency down there from the Rebels right now.
Not at all. Jake Nolan in the shotgun, empty backfield. Here's the snap, dropping back. Under pressure, he gets away from it. Now gets a pass off, throws it deep near the midfield. Going to be batted away, incomplete pass out near the 50-yard line. Good coverage downfield by the Pirates.
Yeah, Trey Miller had the coverage, but Thomas Grimm shot up through the middle on delayed blitz from that middle linebacker position, forced that throw.
4th down, 5.5 to play in this Pirates defense. Impressive once again tonight.
Well, they have been absolutely impressive. Great game plan here on both sides of the ball by the Garaway Pirates coaching staff. Hats off to them. They really had the Rebels off balance all night, Matt.
They have. Danny Novak, the punter, he'll be out there standing at the front of his own end zone. Trey Miller back to receive this punt at the 40-yard line of Crestview is where he's standing. Here's the snap. Low snap. He'll grab it. No rush, so he'll punt it away. Sails a short punt. High in the air. Takes a bounce near the 33 and rolls. And Garaway fortunate out near the 30-yard line and bounds near the 28. And the Pirates, it seems like they really had a great starting field position all night long for the Pirates.
They have. They've been in great field position all night. They've never been on the short end of the field. And really, when you start out like that, it gives you more room to call the plays you want, Matt.
It does, and they'll spot this at the 29-yard line of Crestview to start this drive. 27-0 Garaway. Pirates will come out onto the field. And two receivers off to the right side, one split wide left, and Trey Miller. Grady Miller's in the shotgun, and Fry just behind him. The snap. Hand off Fry. Fry to the outside 30. Fry now to the 25. And we drag down out near the 22-yard line. Gain of 7 yards.
Mikey Porter got his 5th tackle of the night, but he had to climb on the back of Fry to bring him down. Nice gain by Fry.
Up to 129 yards rushing now tonight on that 7-yard carry.
Racking them up.
2nd and 3. 5 minutes to play. And this is a game here, this was not expected, Troy. You go into this game on the road, Crestview team is unbeaten, and this is expected to be a dogfight down to the end, so Garaway's come out and really delivered quite a performance here tonight.
Well, they're doing this to the number 2 seeded team in this region. It's impressive.
And the snap. Handoff, Fry. Stutter step goes straight ahead to the 20. First down as he gets himself out near the 17, where he's finally going to be thrown down at that 17-yard line. 5-yard carry and a first down.
Take away that one interception by Miller here in the 4th quarter, and Garaway really has made very, very few mistakes tonight. McElhenney got that tackle, his 4th of the night.
First down, number 19 of the contest for the Pirates. 4:18 to go. 2 split wide right, 1 off to the left side. Snap to Miller. Here's the handoff. Carry straight ahead now to the 15. Out to the 10. Thrown down out there that 10-yard line. On that carry by Seth Shee. Goes to the 9-yard line, gain of 8.
Well, he showed some good speed coming in there.
Yes, he did. His first carry tonight.
Yeah, 5'10" sophomore, weighs just 160 pounds. We're in with some power.
Brings up 2nd and 2 from that 9-yard line. So you sort out this flag that apparently is on the field.
Yeah,
Seems like all these flags are taking forever as well for the officials to sort out.
They don't know we're cold up here, do they, man?
No, I don't think they do. Personal foul indeed again on Crestview. Wow.
Well,
they're getting their marks in, I guess.
They are indeed. This is not the outcome they were looking for tonight, obviously.
Half the distance to the goal, but it's also going to be a 1st and goal. So, 20th first down tonight. Spot this now at the 4-yard line. We'll call that a 5-yard penalty. First and goal for the 4-yard line for the Pirates. Snap, handoff Shee straight ahead as he dives his way to the 3, thrown down at about the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards on that carry by Shee.
Trevor McElhenney made that tackle, his first of the night, number 24.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
She runs with a purpose when he gets in there. Watch this Garaway team in the last several years, Matt. You know, you see these younger players come in. They don't drop off. They just kind of reload here.
Next man up.
Yes, indeed.
She again just behind the quarterback. Grady Miller. And the snap. Miller looking, pass, end zone, going to be leaping grab, touchdown on that pass that went to back to Trey Miller on that leaping catch.
Yeah, Trey Miller did a great job, go up and grab that away from the defender. And Garaway puts another touchdown on the board. How about that?
2-yard touchdown pass. Grady Miller up to 203 yards passing on the night. Trey Miller, that'll be his second touchdown reception of the evening as well. 33-0 Garaway. Running clock now, final 2:15 to go in this contest. Thomas Grimm now for the PAT try. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick, and it'll be through the uprights, and it's good. It'll be nailed that time by Thomas Grimm. A 34-0 lead for Garaway. 1:57 to play. This is playoff football on WKLM.
Sutherland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated is proud to be a part of this Garaway broadcast. At Sutherland Brothers, they offer sand, gravel, topsoil and fill dirt, mason sand, and concrete sand. They are open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5, Saturdays from 7 to noon, and closed on holidays. Call 330-756-2244. That's 330-756-2244. Located on Sunland Road Northwest in Beach City. Sunland Brothers Sand and Gravel Incorporated. Men with true grit.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here with the score on that drive that went 6 plays, 29 yards, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And Garaway up 34-0. Kickoff sent away by Graham. A return now for the 11-yard line. To the 20, out to the 25. And on the far side, Davis gets out to the 30-yard line and to the 35. And finally dragged down out near the 40-yard line on that return.
The kicker had to make the tackle. Thomas Grimm went over there and run him out of bounds.
The Crestview will have it for the 5th time tonight. And this Crestview team is a head coach Don Perry talked about, a veteran team also. A lot of guys back for that team that went 8-2 last year, lost that one playoff game. So a veteran team had a terrific season, but it'll come down just to a better Garaway team tonight.
Well, it was. I think Garaway was more physical on that side of the football, but take nothing away here from this Rebel team. 10-0 in the year. You don't go 10-0 in a year if you're not a good football team. This is a good football team. Garaway was just better tonight, Matt.
Indeed. Spot that nose of the ball at the 38-yard line for the Crestview offense. They'll get the running clock going. Minute 5 and counting. The snap to Nolan. Here's the handoff. Proctor straight ahead now to the 40, where he's being dropped for a short carry just shy of that 40-yard line.
Easton Pope got into the backfield, got him from behind. Garaway's had good penetration all night. They've been in the backfield as much as the Rebels have.
Easton Pope on the stop.
Tackle number 2 for Pope.
35 seconds again counting. Down the 34-7 lead in their contest, so looking more like Garaway and Groton next week.
Started hearing about that about week 7. They started talking about that matchup. Could be coming.
No doubt. Here's the handoff. Proctor straight ahead to the 45. Rams his way past the first down marker all the way to the 49-yard line. 9-yard carry for Micah Proctor. It'll be a first down.
She getting in on defense, gets a tackle.
And that's going to do it. 2 seconds, 1, and that will do it indeed. Garaway gets the win tonight by the final margin of 34-0, and Garaway moves on to the regional semifinals for a 7th consecutive year. Most likely they'll take on Downton, and it'll be next Friday night in Downton for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Garaway improving their record now to 10-2. They won 5 in a row. Crestview, with their only loss of the year, comes tonight against Garaway. They finish their season at 10-1. We'll hope to speak with head coach Jason Wallick momentarily. We'll take a timeout. Final score, Garaway gets the win 34-0 over Crestview. Back after this in playoff football action on WKLM.
Attorney Matt Mullen is proud to be bringing you tonight's football game. You often hear his voice as the stadium announcer at Garaway's home games. Attorney Matt Mullen brings the experience and credentials when you or your business are in need of an attorney. Matt Mullen of Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty is board certified as a civil trial advocate by the National Board of Trial Advocacy. He has been honored as the top 100 trial lawyer in Ohio by the National Trial Lawyers Association and has been recognized in both Ohio Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. Matt Mullen serves Sugar Creek and Garaway local families with an office in Main Street in Sugar Creek, or he will come to you. Find them on the web at kwgd.com.
Second of the year, Garaway has moved on to the regional semifinals. They'll do it again tonight as they get a dominant win tonight, 34-0 over this Crestview team. And dominant has been the word so far in postseason play, Troy. Dominant last week, and Garaway, same thing here tonight with this win.
Well, I don't think anybody anticipated they'd come up here and pitch a shutout against this Rebel team here tonight, but they did do this in dominating fashion, and Matt, they did it with defense. They set the tone with their defense tonight.
You kind of go back to that Garfield game earlier this year, and Jason Wallick talked about that, where he felt like this team just didn't show up in that game. They learned a lot about themselves in that game, and he said, and he made it pretty clear that wasn't going to happen tonight.
Well, absolutely, and I love that point, because I think they did use it as a measuring stick, not just for this game, but the whole year long, because they knew what it was like when you get off the bus and you're not ready to play, you'll get your hat handed to you in football, and they didn't let that happen tonight. They come a long ways to the northeast corner of the state, and they took care of business.
They certainly did, as they get the victory tonight, 34-0. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Back with more after this on WKLM.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
That game left, and your defense able to stand strong. A few chances there for the Rebels, but bend don't break.
Yeah, I thought we played a really sloppy second half, to be honest. The big pass play, Micah just mistimed it, and then, to throw an interception in the end zone, they're in the third quarter, fourth quarter, whatever it was, Grady, it's just slipped out of his hand, but I thought our defense really responded after the big play and to hold them out of the end zone. That's a really good football team that scored a lot of points this year, so really proud of our kids.
Coach, moving on to the regional semifinals for the 7th straight year, and if results hold, it looks like it's going to be Dalton, who has a little familiarity with your program. What's going to be your message to your guys this week?
Hey, enjoy this one tonight. We'll enjoy it. We'll watch film in the morning, and we'll come back Monday and worry about ourselves and take care of ourselves, heal up, and get ready to play the Bulldogs.
Okay, well, Coach, good luck next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jake.
Back to you, Matt.
Jake, thank you. Again, the final, Garaway wins at 34-0 over Crestview to move on to the regional semifinals. Back with more here in the postgame show next on WKLM.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Lodge Vision Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Lodge Vision, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Lodge Vision Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
MRV Siding Supply is introducing another line of stone called Casa di Sassi, where old world charm meets modern luxury. Whether you're looking to enhance your outdoor space or add a touch of sophistication to your interior design, their wide range of products will meet your every need. Choose from a variety of styles and colors to create the perfect ambiance for your space. Casa di Sassi, where timeless beauty meets exceptional quality. Discover the possibilities at MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg, or on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Are you ready to accelerate towards your dreams with a new car, ATV, boat, or some extra cash for personal needs? This is Zach Deidinger, a banking center manager at the Commercial and Savings Bank, here to help you fund your next adventure. Our team of experts is committed to finding the right solution for you with competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service. Visit csb1.com to apply online or give us a call at 800-654-9015 to speak with a loan specialist and discover the CSB advantage. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Relationships you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Phillips CT GIMD is proud to sponsor this Garaway broadcast. The primary care facility will treat patients of all ages, from pediatrics through geriatrics. Dr. Teague will help manage and diagnose a variety of common illnesses and conditions, covering a broad spectrum of health issues. They're located at 153.5 North Broadway in Sugar Creek and the Sugar Creek Family Medical Center, across from the fire station, and accept most major insurance plans. Call 852-3211 for an appointment.
Tricor Industrial is the local solution for your industrial fasteners, industrial maintenance, repair, and operation supplies. With over 50,000 line items in stock and access to over 2 million products, Tricor Industrial provides the supplies you need in a timely manner to meet your demanding schedules. Stop by their Bowman Street location in Worcester or call them at 330-264-3299. You can find them online at tricorindustrialinc.com.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
And screen printing in Holmesville.
It is the final. Garaway gets the win in playoff action by the final margin of 34-0 to move on to the regional semifinals against Downton next week. Garaway got the scoring started with 3:23 to play in the first quarter on this play. Snap to Miller, dropping back for a pass. Miller, pass. Here's second to be caught. Touchdown to the right side corner of the end zone. Trey Miller, indeed. He came through. Trey Miller with his first touchdown grab of the year, and a nice pass to that right corner by Grady Miller. That was a 5-yard touchdown pass, 14 plays, 57 yards, 5 minutes and 12 seconds on the drive. The Pirates led 7-0 after one. They would score again with Garaway with 9:09 to play in the second quarter on this play. Miller the shock of the snap. Play action, rolls to his left side. Pass to the end zone, going to be caught. Touchdown, Jackson Garber to the left back corner of the end zone. 13-yard touchdown strike, Miller to Jackson Garber. That capped off a 12-play drive, 58 yards, 3 minutes and 37 seconds on that drive. 14-0 Garaway. Then Garaway would score again with 54 seconds to play in the second quarter on this play. The snap, hand off front. Fry straight ahead, goes into the end zone, touchdown. Matthew Fry, a 3-yard touchdown run. Matthew Fry, his 22nd touchdown run of the year. That came after a 7-play drive, 55 yards, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the drive to cap off the half. Garaway in command, up 21-0 at halftime. Garaway would score again with 3:28 to play in the third quarter on this play. Trey Miller to the shotgun. Miller, the snap. Handoff. Here's Fry. Out to the 10, to the 5. Makes a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Matthew Fry. One hit doesn't bring him down. A 15-yard touchdown run for Matthew Fry. His second touchdown run of the night. Garaway add on to the lead with the touchdown there. They would get one more score with 1:57 to play in the fourth quarter. Grady Miller would connect with Trey Miller on a 2-yard touchdown pass, his third touchdown pass of the night, and Garaway gets the win by the final margin of 34-0 over Crestview to move on to Week 13 in the regional semifinals. Back to you right after this on WKLM.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing.
In Week 12, Garaway gets the dominant 34-0 shutout victory over Crestview. They'll be taking on Downton in the regional semifinals next week. Take a look at the final numbers tonight. Offensively for Garaway, they would run 64 plays for the line of scrimmage. Crestview ran just 40 plays for the line of scrimmage tonight. Big difference there. Garaway had 20 first downs, while for Crestview, they had 9 first downs on the night. For Garaway, they had 33 carries, 166 yards net rushing tonight for the Pirates. Leading the way for the Garaway rushing attack, Matthew Fry had 26 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdown runs, his 22nd and 23rd touchdown runs of the year. Quarterback Grady Miller had 5 carries for 22 yards on the ground. For Crestview, the Rebels, 26 carries for 70 yards rushing for them on the night. And leading for them, Mikey Proctor had 16 carries for 52 yards. Quarterback Jake Nolan had 10 carries for 18 yards. And for Garaway passing-wise, Grady Miller 18 of 31 passing for 203 yards through the year. He threw also 3 touchdown passes. For him, his 23rd, 24th, and 25th touchdown passes of the year. He also threw his 3rd interception of the year tonight, but he would connect on 2 touchdown passes to Trey Miller and also 1 to Jackson Garber tonight. On the other end for Crestview, Jake Nolan would finish up going 7 of 14 passing for 78 yards, and also he would throw an interception. That would be his 2nd interception on the year. In all for Garaway, they would finish up with 369 yards of offense. Crestview had 148. Garaway, 3 penalties for 21 yards. Crestview had 5 penalties for 55 yards. Final score, Garaway gets the win to move on and playoff action, 34-0 over Crestview. Now here with the final defensive numbers, here's Troy Fritz.
Thank you very much, Matt. For Garaway tonight, an outstanding defense performance. They pitched a shutout, and they did it like this. Wyatt Miller would have 4 tackles on the night from the linebacker position. Colson Keller, 6 tackles, 2 of those would be for loss. Rafael Silva with 1. Dylan King would have 4. Would have 4 tackles from his linebacker position. Wyatt Reifenschneider, 5 tackles, had an excellent game from the safety position. Colson Kumley with 1 tackle, Micah Yoder with 1. Jalen Jimenez would have 1. Trey Miller would have 1. Jimenez would have 3 tackles. Brooks would have 2 tackles on the night for Garaway. Easton Pope would have 2, and Seth Shee would have 1 tackle for Garaway in the night. On the other side for Columbia, they would be led on the night by Dylan Stauffer. He would have 7 tackles, along with Bo Jillian. Jillian left that game in the 4th period with an injury. Josh Smith with 3, Wyatt Hart with 1 tackle. Mikey Proctor would have 5 tackles from his linebacker position. Dattila would have 1. McElhaney would have 2 tackles, while Bacon and Kyle Boot would have 1 tackle each for the Rebels.
Garaway gets the win 34-0 over Crestview, and just a dominant performance again by the Pirates.
Well, and the Garaway defense set the tone out there tonight, Matt, right from the get-go. I mean, they took that opening drive down and scored, but Garaway defense just gave no room to this Proctor team here all night.
Based off of that, our Mill Creek Diner player of the game will be who, Troy?
Well, it's going to be Colson Keller. What a game he had from the defensive end position. And Garaway's game plan tonight, he had 6 tackles, 2 of those for loss, but those defensive ends, they really set the tone. They did a great job on their containment, did a good job containing that play to the inside, and when they do that, this defense swarms, and they got a lot of help. It was a dominant performance.
Colson Keller, again, the Mill Creek Diner player of the game. He'll receive a $25 gift card from Mill Creek Diner at 993 West Main Street in Sugar Creek. And, of course, the offense pretty good as well for them. Kind of got the tune started early in that first quarter and really didn't look back.
Well, they did. You know what? Garaway's got a lot of athletes out there, Matt. We know that. Fry does a great job, and we've talked all game about Miller. He just does an outstanding job guiding this team. I mean, he is their field general, just a sophomore, but he's a darn good one.
You look at Garaway taking on Downton next week. You mentioned this is going to be looked upon here early in the season, and it's finally actually going to happen. And it should be a fun one against Downton next week.
Yeah, I think it was about week 7 in Garaway. They started talking about the what-ifs, and they were all circling that matchup with Downton coming down the line. Now we're going to get it. That's going to be a good one, Matt.
Technically, that should be at Downton, but we're talking about that may get moved possibly to Orville. So kind of look for that next week here, whether they might move that game actually to Orville next week. So we'll see how that plays out. But either way, a huge regional semifinal matchup next week.
One thing we know for sure, we're not going to be as far away from home, are we?
We like that, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Garaway gets the win. Again, they improved their record to 10-2. They won 5 straight. They indeed will move on to the regional semifinals for the 7th consecutive year. They'll take on Downton next Friday, and they'll be at 7 o'clock at Downton or Orville. We'll see where that ends up being as far as the venue is concerned. We'll have the game for you, of course, on WKLM. Crestview ends their season with a record of 10-1 on the year. We do want to thank our video live stream partners from Claxon Communications, allowing us to bring you this video live stream coverage for tonight. And of course, Bryce Haynes was the producer of tonight's live stream coverage, and Trevor Lake worked the cameras. And also thanks to Michael Hammond back at WKLM Sports Central. Stay tuned also tonight on WKLM. We'll have all the area playoff scores for you as well on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. For Troy Fritz, I'm Matt Croy. Special thanks to Jake Seidel, our sideline reporter. Again, the final score in playoff football from Columbiana. Garaway gets the win 34-0 over Crestview to move on to take on Downton next Friday in the regional semifinals. So long, everybody.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.